fault. How could they not get you out of the closet?
There's a lot of stuff in the closet.
Jesus Christ. I would just, force myself to throw up. I don't know if
I'd
that's
rather
better.
hide in the closet and throw up.
See, my mom went to work before I left for school, so I would just conveniently forget to, set my alarm, or I'd miss the bus. I'm air quoting, you can't see it. And, that's how I missed school for the most of the time. But then when I got a car, it was impossible to get me to go. Right? I just had free range, and eventually the school had to call my mom and be like, your son has missed so many days this year that if he misses 3 more days, he will fail for the year on attendance alone. And my mom had
missed 2 more days.
Yeah, my mom had to sit me down and be like, okay, listen, it's up to you. You want to graduate with your friends, you got to go to school. And I was like, okay, but you said I have 3 more days. And immediately missed a day 2 weeks later, and really towed that line. And it was only halfway through the school year. It was a long time left to go. I was a degenerate. I understand Blake will not be here, but I understand you. Do you have all the dogs?
No, he has Dante, the service dog. So I just have the 2. But let me know. I gave them some new squeaky toys to try to. Well, I gave them toys that happen to have squeakers, so hopefully that'll distract them. But if the squeaking is too loud, let me know, and I'll switch out toys.
Okay. We'll let you know.
Thanks.
I think we're ready to kick this pig. Does anybody have anything that they need addressed from any of the sessions prior to this that has not been brought up? I did think of a fun hazing ritual for Darrett.
Nice.
Oh, that's good. That was the only thing I was going to bring up.
So, in the Knights of Solamnia, they have a tradition that's called Save the Crown. And Save the Crown is you take your squired knight and you put them in their armor, attach even more weights to them, go drinking with them. And they kind of go out and they have a good time celebrating, getting more and more drunk with you. And then you take them out to a farmstead or a field, something where there's livestock, and you present to them a challenge in a regal fashion. They're obviously, everybody's been drinking. It's a little kind of a casual affair. But you say, you are recently appointed Knight of Solamnia. It is your goal to save the prince or princess. And you have another knight or somebody that's friendly with the knights pretend to be that prince or princess. And they hype it up. They sit at the edge of the field and they have to go and rescue them. Then you blindfold them, spin them around in circles until they are extremely dizzy. And they have to make their way across the field and save the prince or princess. But what they don't know is that at some point in time, a very angry bull has been put into the pen. And you get to enjoy watching them get knocked around for a little bit.
I love this. Is this based off anything or just purely the imagination of Tony?
All I remember from my days in the Marine Corps is that hazing rituals are supposed to hurt and always have a chance of death. So,
oh no.
I feel like I've hit the elements.
Yeah, that is both of those. Mm-hmm.
Once they reach the prince or princess, they are, however, treated to a kiss of their choice, assuming that that's actually a person that they want to smooch. So if it's just one of the guys, like wearing a wig, they might not be so eager. But I mean, if it's like Ren, I'd take a kiss on the cheek from Ren.
Ren will kiss anybody.
I'd really appreciate it when you lean in for that kiss. If one leg could go up, that'd be great.
Of course. I think that was the only thing that I could think of. Yeah.
Cool. You'll have to find some time to spring that on them. Maybe next time you see some knights come to town. But for tonight, when we last met, you were able to complete the trial assigned to Nova and Arthanos, and they were able to become full mages. Afterward, you traveled back to Kalaman, and without the illusion of a dragon attack army, you were able to arrive at the city without any issue. When you arrive, the city is in the normal hustle and bustle, and you can make your way to the castle to recover. Anybody doing anything different?
Nope.
All right.
So,
Nova's just practicing any of her cantrips just to kind of like reassure herself that the magic is still there and real. And it was just a bad dream.
Yeah, and it seems more powerful than ever, which is probably a pretty good feeling after having such a shock.
Yeah,
You
for sure.
make your way up to castle, and your good friend, whose name tag I can't see because he's not here, Osborne, is able to grant you swift access to your rooms. Nobody really gives you any trouble when you walk around with him, and you're able to rest and relax. Anybody doing anything this day, or just kind of tending to yourselves and the things around you?
Can I decorate my box?
What'd you like to decorate it with?
I want to write my name
Say
on it,
rhinestones.
just because there's a lot of boxes around here that's similar size, if not exactly replicas. So, on the off chance that I can't carry this around with me, I want people to know it's mine.
Do you can find some various paints and supplies and things like that pretty easily when you requisition it. You could probably have enough reds and oranges and yellows. Put some flames on it.
Hell yeah. Just happen.
Nova will offer to help bling it out with rhinestones or whatever the equivalent of rhinestones are in this world.
You can find them. You can even use some of the. I'm trying to think of what you'd describe it, but the little stones that make up mood rings.
Awesome.
You could probably get a couple of those together.
Yeah.
Anyone else got anything? So
Not for today, no.
It is the afternoon, and you have a little bit of time to rest, relax, paint a box, and you'll see Darrett enter as Osborne takes off to see some of his duties and report in on how things went. When Darrett appears, he will say, "Hey everyone, man, you guys look really beat. Was it a tough mission?"
Yes. Kinda.
I mean, you guys look really tired. It's like you fought a war out there. Thousand yard stare. Well, I sure am glad you made it back okay, and everything seems to be going well on that end. I guess I just wanted to know, we actually have a mission that came through pretty recently, and since you're back, Marshal Vendry wanted to see if you'd be willing to take it up. I know you're probably hoping to spend a little time here.
Remind me, do we get paid additionally for missions, or is our base salary covering going on missions?
You are paid 5 gold per week.
Mm-hmm.
But your missions do have the option to see you paid with additional rewards.
Okay, so there's incentive to do another mission sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
Okay, go on.
Well, have you ever heard of the Gilderoot Mines?
No.
Have we?
Yes, but they haven't, so you could just tell all of us about it.
Make a history or an arcana check. Anyone who cares.
Apparently we do.
You clearly do not. But in Nova fashion, I will pretend like I do.
Yeah, you can roll a deception there if you'd like. Gex and Arthanos. Gex, with a 21 history, you know that the Gilderoot Mines is a series of mining of ore veins that has largely been untouched because there is a natural monument there. a tree that has grown out of the ore veins themselves and has mineral characteristics to it. The owner of the land thought that this was a sign from the old gods coming back, and he refused to let the area be mined until his death. And it was kind of a landmark in the nearby area around Kalaman. Arthanos, with your Arcana check of 19, you know that the Mages of High Sorcery actually investigated this site in previous years, and they determined that the mines have there's a nexus of planar energy that focuses here, and that nexus seems to have invigorated the land, and in particular this tree, with those elements of the minerals that it is coated with. But Darrett continues to say, well, there's an issue. You see, we're a little tight on resources, and as we start to look at what's going on around us, well, we need a lot of stuff. And he pulls out a list, and when he does, it unfolds 3 times, and it's just text top to bottom. And he starts to read through it. He says pretty obvious things like, well, we need more men and women to serve, and, well, to train them, we need training weapons and armor, which means we need wood and metal. And then to arm them for battle, we need more wood and more metal. And then we also need to secure gold and silver, because eventually we're going to not have the ability to farm, so we need to import that. And he just kind of keeps going down the list, and after a minute or two, he kind of stops and says, well, the point is, we need iron. It's going to be pretty key to keeping this whole thing moving. Arming our own troops and all the other uses that it has. Plus, if the Dragon Army does encroach on us, we'll lose access to our outer mines. Well, so happens the Gilder Root mines came under new leadership, new ownership recently. We've sent the new owner a couple of offers to do business with them, but they haven't responded. So, and he pulls out another missive. This one's wrapped, and he hands it over to Uren. And he says, this is another offer. We're hoping you can go find the owner there at those mines and secure a deal. They're good terms. We just need him to accept.
So is this at any cost kind of thing, or is this more of a, be there and look impressive kind of thing?
I wouldn't say at any cost, but if there's something that you can do to sway their mind, we don't even know why they haven't said yes yet. There's not really any other players in the region, and we haven't seen ships coming off the coast there. This should be an easy partnership. But our scouts did report some armed warriors. We're not sure if they're military or mercenary, but about 100 of these folks showed up at those mines, not wearing colors that we expect to see on the Dragon Army, but also not representing any mercenary groups we've seen before. Obviously, the worst case scenario is they're selling to the enemy.
So, if they are selling to the enemy, are you wanting us to blow up the whole mines and destroy everything? Because we'll need more, I was going to say dynamite, but I don't know what our equivalent of that is. Gunpowder?
He exhales really slowly. I don't think that we're equipped to send you out to shut down the whole mines, but obviously if you see that the situation is bad, and I mean bad, you might have to make that decision when you're out there. But otherwise, no, we want a partnership. We're hoping that maybe we can just find out what's keeping them from signing over and make everybody happy.
Got it. So if they don't want to immediately become partners, no second offers, we just blow the whole place up. Got it.
You use your best judgment. Check with Ren.
Oh, sorry, I was reading this. What were we talking about?
Check with Ren and Osborne.
He was saying that if they don't immediately acquiesce to our request, we need to blow the whole place up to make sure it doesn't fall into enemy hands. In fact, if we even suspect it's going to go under enemy hands, we blow it up. Right?
I'm not
Yeah.
gonna do that. That sounds not good.
My hands. just
Evil?
on my
That
face.
sounds evil.
Darrett looks relieved.
No, they'll pout a little.
So, deliver the terms, see if you can convince him to sign, and convince him not to sell to the enemy at any rate, and go from there. The man's name is, let me start typing this. Rustamane. They call him the Iron Prince. These aren't the only mines that he owns.
Ooh. So good ally to have. Okay, probably maybe not blow up his mine. Fine.
Well,
It's also
if
a rather
he's
important mine. Just don't blow it up, please.
It's
if he's famous, do we know about him?
make a history check, or I'll allow you an unproficient charisma check.
I know everyone apparently.
Gex, what you have heard, and Arthanos, you as well, you don't think Rustamane is human. And let me be more specific. You don't think he's human or elf or hobgoblin or anybody that you're used to seeing. He does, from the history, he's bought and been involved in a lot of conflicts, never as a direct adversary, or doesn't have any armies, but he has been known to travel with mercenaries. And he's been around for a little over a century. So while the reports say that he appears perfectly human, that doesn't seem to make sense.
So it's an
I
art.
like to, yeah. I like to think that my low rolls is because he's not like, if he was like a diamond mine, maybe I'd know more about this, but
I hate to take your knees out from under you, but Darrett will say, iron is very valuable right now, but the mines also have a lot of the other things we need: gold, silver, lead, and even rarer things, I'm told.
like gemstones?
I guess so. There was kind of a reverence when they talked about the place. The thing is, it's never been fully mined. This is really the first foray they've made into trying to excavate there.
So we might be going like into a place that most normal citizens aren't allowed?
Oh yeah, absolutely. The mining colony's only been up for a few months.
Well, I like the idea of being like a normal citizen going into an area that most people aren't allowed. I think we should do it. Right, guy?
Well, as I said, it's an important mine. Really does seem pertinent to take care of this sooner rather than later.
Right, yes, because the war. That too, yes.
Well, I'll let Marshal Vindry know you accept. You can keep the missive. It has our terms and conditions. There's probably a little bit of wiggling we can do to make an offer if he presents it. I guess just kind of use your judgment there, see if it's fair. And I guess good luck. He gives you a warm smile and kind of hangs around for a moment, see if you have any questions for him.
About how far off, or like how many hours away are we from there?
He'll explain to you it's about going to take you most of a day, a little less than traveling, and it is to the east. It's closer to the coast than where you found, what's her name?
Tatiana?
Yeah. Excuse me.
Okay, what time of day is it right now?
It's getting into like mid-afternoon, I believe.
So do we want to ride and possibly riding into the night and getting there in the dark, or wait till tomorrow?
I feel like tomorrow makes more sense. Because if we get there at night and this guy's a vampire or some shit, I don't know.
Good plan. I like it.
Everybody seems low energy today.
Dude, I fell asleep at like 6:15 for like 5 minutes.
Jesus.
I'm exhausted.
Yeah, I've been working a lot, and then it was hailing on the drive home.
Gross.
Ooh. That's awful.
Yeah.
I just
Only
be
it was
so
hailing at
mad.
work.
It made it take 3 times as long. I left work early to get here on time.
Not even
But I was
like
still late.
the time aspect. Like just every time I hear a rock hit my car on the highway, I'm just like, fuck you!
They were tiny, so like at the same moment one was hitting the windshield, like 7 other were. So it wasn't like a sound, it was like a wave of sounds.
Yeah, I would respond
Like
with a wave of fuck yous.
I've seen like fucking golf ball sized pieces of hail. And I was my last job, like one of my coworkers, his roof got dented. So that wasn't because of hail, it was because like an eagle or some shit like took a shit and it hit his car. Like I shit you not, it was like a fucking fist sized shit. It landed on his roof.
The fuck?
He was so upset.
That eagle needs to chew, man. Like,
It was huge.
I would be upset.
Sorry. Sorry.
We have birds at work, and we put up the reflective tent on the windows so that it's like a mirror when you look at them from the outside. And the birds just fight the windows all day. Anyways,
Yeah.
it's up to you guys.
Who wants to go now? Who wants to wait till tomorrow?
Oh, wait.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned possible vampire. I think waiting's a good idea.
I'm sure it's not a vampire. You're humanoid. It's probably something worse.
It's a sentient, it's
Something
an
worse.
awakened rust monster.
I mean, would fit the name. Rust, a man, eh?
Hey,
Tony's not even trying anymore. He's just like, yeah, it's fine.
I was already in the middle of packing my stuff up to leave. Mm,
I will tell you,
I guess-
I am trying, but also Rust and Roost are 100% spelled like that for a reason. So I am trying, and I feel belittled.
No, it was a joke about. Oh no.
It was a good joke. I don't think I'm playing D&D anymore, so I'll just see you guys never.
No.
Well, I mean, that means I get to go to bed.
Dude, I was hoping you wouldn't show up. I'm not even trying to be a dick. I was just hoping I had someone to blame if I canceled the session.
Wow.
We can go to bed right now, Tony.
God, just one of us has to take the dive. It's not gonna be me.
Do you want to
Kevin.
reschedule, Tony? We
No,
can do
Both
it next week.
Kevins. Take one for the team.
Fuck you.
yeah, just go
Tony-
shit, then you'll be gone for 3 hours.
Yeah,
I do have a genuine question though, Tony. You seemed like really busy recently.
I am really busy recently.
Yeah. Okay. Is it get a new girlfriend or just busy with work?
No, although I did go on a date, right?
Ooh.
So,
There you go.
let me actually back this up. It'll be quick. Don't worry. We'll get back to playing D&D. So, at work, I had to train someone, right? And when I train them up, they're in the office, and it's a young woman, and she's freezing. I run hot, so like I think it's a reasonable temperature, but she's freezing, and I'm like, "Hey, do you want my jacket?" Like I've literally never worn it, right? Because again, I live in Florida. I don't wear jackets. She's like, oh yeah, that would really help. So I give her my company branded jacket, and she puts it on, and we go throughout the day. I get it back at the end of the day, and I throw it in my car because like that's where it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be there like for emergencies for whatever reason. Go out on a date. Said lady is cold. I offer her my jacket, and I say, hey, do you want to wear my jacket? I've literally never worn it. And not even thinking, she gets it, she puts it on. She's like, why does it smell like cheap slut? And I'm just like,
Not even girl. She said cheap slut.
right. And I'm like, there is no way I can explain this. And she's going to like, even if I tell her the story exactly how I just told you, she's going to think I'm
No,
lying.
you're fucked. Yeah.
And she's going to think the worst. And I don't think I did a good job explaining it because we're not talking anymore. So,
Jesus Christ.
so that's that. Anyways, anybody doing
I know
anything before you go to bed?
No, but
Just
Tony,
gonna say no.
if you're exhausted and like not feeling it, we can play next week.
I'll be fine. I just wanted to blame Austin.
Okay.
You can
And
blame me
Austin
for
just wanted to
whatever
blame
you
both
want.
me and Yavi.
So, what are you guys doing?
Sleeping.
I'll stay up kind of late, working, practicing on runes. Just practicing making them and stuff, kind of the way someone would practice calligraphy.
Excellent.
But
Make a. What did we say was your rune tool check again? Do you remember? Was it charisma plus proficiency?
it might have been.
Was it dexterity?
It might have been dexterity.
Make a dexterity proficient check. So you'll get another 3 on that now for
Nice.
being proficient. So you're able to make some good castings here. And you think when you're ready to move on with this rune, and not for purposes not just stylization but actually function, you think you got a good grasp on it.
Cool. And the problem is that I can't act super excited and tell anybody because I've already made such a big deal about how good I am at this. So, like, telling them that now it's actually good doesn't make sense. But, like, secretly I'm doing little happy dances.
Yeah. Of course, like, nobody is there to see it except for the Tressum.
Right.
And, like, based on the way that its tail is flicking back and forth, like, it's either it's also excited or it's waiting for you to turn its back so it can hunt you.
Maybe both.
Maybe both.
Yeah, it could be
Maybe
both.
it's smart.
I
It's
will
got
dangle
higher
a little
income
bit
some people in this party.
I'll dangle like a little string to play with it.
You can do so, and it will play very lovingly. In the morning, you can set out, grab your gear. It turns out that the local guards have lost the transfer paperwork for Osborne, and they pretty much need him to check out of his unit again. The problem is part of that process means going to the armory, turning in all of your old gear which has already been turned in and he doesn't have anymore, being reassigned new gear for the new place. It's going to be a nightmare where they try to find the receipts from him turning in his old stuff. This is a real thing. It happens every day in the Marine Corps. They're going to try to charge him for anything that's missing, even though he was never assigned it to begin with. It's going to take most of the morning, and he says, hey, listen, just go on without me, and I'll catch up to you.
I like that even your fantasy, like, military is full of bureaucracy, like, issues.
Mm-hmm. Lived it, dealt it. So he'll catch up with you. Anybody doing anything before they leave the city?
Specifically, no. Just general maintenance and preparations.
Cool.
We're all on horses again, right?
Yeah. You can take the same horses, and now's the time to start naming them, getting attached to them. I mean, really, anything you can do to attach an emotional bond with those creatures.
Oh, yeah?
And I'd really appreciate if you guys would travel kind of bunched up, like, say, in the radius of a fireball.
Yeah, I can do that. Fireballs are like really big, right?
pretty big.
Probably best to just stay really close, bunched up, just in case.
Am I getting my own horse, or am I somehow on someone else's horse as usual?
Last time they got you a mule, right?
I
I
think so.
thought you said it was a mastiff.
Oh yeah, did you want the
Yeah,
mastiff?
wasn't it?
I'll have a
Big
mastiff.
dog.
Yeah, get yourself a mastiff.
Oh,
Actually, let's
suddenly
make it a
I'm-
Saint Bernard.
They are big. You could make a fucking gnome artificer, and then just like a battlesmith one, and just ride your fucking creation around.
Yeah.
I didn't think of that until now.
I played a gnome named Wilfred Fizzlebang, and he rode around a bigger metal version of himself named Big Fred Fizzlebang.
He did do that.
Big Fred.
Yep. You can get out on the road, and it's a relatively nice day. There is a bit of gloom that that rolls in as the sun gets high in the sky, common to like the name of the place would suggest. But otherwise, traveling, you don't encounter much. As you ride along the roads here to the coast and you continue to get closer to your destination, you do start to see some relatively young farming and service towns. You can usually expect, as you get away from major cities, you're going to see settlements about every day's travel or so. But you're starting to see, here's a farmstead and a couple of houses, a small town, every couple of hours. Something that really picks up and indicates how well the network is this close to the city. And you get to see a lot of them are empty, or if not entirely abandoned, definitely heading that direction. It seems like a lot of people have moved away from the outlying towns and cities around Calaman and in this region, starting to fall back to the capital for defenses.
Does the area look like it's seen any battle at all, or just like kind of people preparing, like fleeing in case of?
This close to the city, you don't see a few that have. You only see a few, and they don't look like they've had battle. But you do come across a couple of homesteads that are entirely burned. And this would have been a small, very, very small little village, maybe 8 or 10 houses. Most of them are empty, or as far as you can tell, they're all empty, and a couple of them are just outright burned, and it kind of makes you wonder if maybe that's what happened there. As you continue to travel, it becomes into early evening, and you get pretty close to where you think you're supposed to arrive. The terrain kind of shifts into these rolling soft hills. There's a lot of flat land vegetation on them, but they just kind of roll into these big mountainous outcroppings. Maybe mountainous is a little larger, but they seem almost like moss-covered rocks as, you know, the terrain is jetting out of the area, out of the ground. And getting closer into the evening, you see in the distance a lot of cleared and tipped over and partially chopped trees. And beyond that clearing that has been clearly man-made, you see a palisade of a wooden palisade made from tree husks. And it looks like a lot of drag marks and things like that. Clearly this is to fuel the mining colony here. Anybody doing anything at this time?
Like,
I'm looking up the word palisade.
do we see any buildings behind the? Like, it's a wall, right?
Yes.
Am I wrong about that? Yeah. Do we see any buildings behind
You
that?
can
Like
probably
an
see
open
the-
wall, or-
The roofs of a couple of buildings behind it. But on the outside, it's kind of devoid. You can see some smokestacks from the inside. Obviously, there's some signs of activity, but this area looks barren.
Oh. Is there a man named George? This is a terrible joke. Don't ignore that. Is there a foreman around
As you approach, you don't
that we
see...
can grill for information?
As you approach, you don't see anyone, but sort of as you start looking for it, make a perception check.
Only 3.
I don't know why your HP is wrong. Yeah, I think all of you.
Mine?
Yeah, everyone's probably going to have to fix their HP on the next page. We'll see how it goes. Ren, you start looking for it, and you see a silhouette kind of peek over the palisade. There are these fairly crude wooden towers, and a figure stands up, and he points out at you, points at someone else. You hear some shouting in the distance. You're probably a few hundred feet away. And then you hear shouting coming back to you. Get up the wall!
Get off the road. Get off the road? I look at somebody smarter than me, which is everyone. Arthanos, get off the road.
What?
Go, like, I guess closer to them? Like, I don't understand. Get off the road. Go. Where are we going?
He starts pointing up.
Look up. What do we see?
You look up. It's a pretty empty sky. Approaching evening.
I'm gonna like bring my horse just off of the road, but like still walking next to it.
Yeah, I guess. I did
You
not
start
even hear anything.
to move up the banks here, and you get into a little bit lusher area. There's many trees that are tipped over, many that are chopped. But as you start looking around, you see there's an obvious distinction. Here's trees that have been pulled down and chopped. Here are trees that have been kind of felled over. Like their roots are still connected and exposed. The trunk's attached to the tree still. That's weird.
Maybe we should hurry.
Yeah.
Well, he pointed to the sky, and there's something uprooting trees, so my brain tells me that there's a dragon. Like a real one, maybe. I think.
So, yeah,
Ren's like, I'm gonna ride one this time.
might be that one we saw before. Tony, do we have any idea? Like, are there any other signs of what might have done that, or like claw marks?
Make an investigation check or a perception check. Different
Birds.
answers.
Can I help?
Yeah. Can someone tell me what their role is?
Mine's
9.
17.
Out of 22.
Oh boy. Arthanos and Gex. So Arthanos, it stands out to you. These trees look differently maimed. But you can see very faintly there are little trails of upturned earth kind of connecting some of these larger trees. Gex, you can actually pick out up on it very easily, and because you're lower to the ground, you can see it's not just trails that have been formed. You can almost see the earth shifting around you. Nova.
Close?
Yeah,
Around
close,
me?
like within 15 feet.
Ooh.
Nova, you start to pull your horse further up the bank, and just as you're clearing the road, your horse's legs just fall forward into this bit of soft sand. And it takes you a moment to realize, like, you've fallen into a pitfall.
Do I need an animal handling to make sure I stay on, or?
What you need is to roll initiative. As your horse stumbles forward into the pitfall, creatures begin emerging out of the earth. Because you were able to appropriately warn yourselves, they don't have a surprise round. But we are going to go into combat here.
You know, Tony, you just said fucking get attached to your horses.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This
poor
I did not
Daisy.
expect it this fast. Like, it was clear you were gonna do something, but I did not expect it this fast.
Man, and you guys, I am rolling terrible tonight.
I mean, we're all sucking donkey dick right now.
Oh no.
All of us.
This is why we didn't let him get a donkey.
What?
On the
Fucking donkey show.
interesting
Oh,
segue
no.
for Donkey Penis.
Oh,
I do murder mysteries with some people sometimes, like a couple times a year. And one of my characters was not the murderer, but he definitely was like having sex with his donkey.
What kind of murder mysteries are you playing?
why would
I
you
don't know,
create that character?
No, they're pre-written. I just picked them. We found out later that he just loved his donkey that much.
Is this
Are
the
you
start
like
of...
finding these off
Christ.
like furry websites, and you're like, yeah, that sounds good.
No, they're
Just like
Did you
a
get it from Reddit?
restaurant?
no, they're like old '80s board games or whatever they used to make.
Oh.
Obviously
Chinese
not
one
targeted for kids.
No, there's a Chinese one called Hu Hung Wu.
That's so stupid.
Yeah.
So we're canceled now.
Yeah.
Oh,
There
Thanks
goes my
for that.
dream.
Yeah. I was trying not to work for a living.
Lord.
Okay. Initiative. We all are caught completely off guard because we thought this would be the time we had an uneventful trip.
Yeah, go ahead and add your initiatives here, and then just change your number to match.
So we're in Baldur's Gate 1 now, I think. I remember this. Are those on kegs?
They are.
Yeah, this is fucking Baldur's Gate 1.
Really? I've been watching a Let's Play because I cannot play Baldur's Gate. So I've been trying
Yeah,
to
like the
watch
game
somebody
was-
play it.
Yeah, like one of the first maps, like near Candlekeep, going north, I think, or maybe it's like right after the tavern where you meet Jaheira and what was the guy's name, Khalid or
Oh,
something.
they have been talking about an iron shortage, haven't they?
Yep.
That's
And
completely
they're-
unrelated. I didn't even think of that.
But I mean, like, there's literally a road where a bunch of on-kegs just pop out of the fucking ground.
Oh my god!
Is that
you
what
guys
happened
are
in Trent's game too?
dead.
Like the first one we played, it was like the second or third session. It was on kegs.
Yeah. Oh my god, you guys are fucked. Not one of you wanted to roll above a 10?
Wait. I need to read this. Attack or ability check. Yeah, I'm fucked. Unless initiative counts as a dexterity
Initiative is an
ability check.
unskilled ability check, yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna take a 10. So
Hey,
on a
I'm
50.
gonna choose myself and 3 creatures to gain 10 temporary HP.
You get to do that when you roll initiative, right?
Yep.
Alright.
I am a creature and you are 3.
Oh, and if you need your horse on the map, throw your horse on the map. If your horse is on the map, though, it might be a snack. Just throwing that out there.
Cool.
Just maybe.
They can
Austin,
attack.
how
It's
many-
fine.
Did you say that was 10 extra hit
Yep.
points? Okay.
10 temp HP, and I think water lily's health is wrong. Let me fix that.
Yeah.
Who's taking the
Time to die.
Who's taking the hit
How
points?
do I put a horse on there?
Just drag Ironman out.
I definitely don't have access to that.
And I don't know how either. Sorry. How do I?
You might not actually have access. Congratulations, Gek. You have a very big mastiff.
Ooh.
Very
That's a
horse,
big dog.
pretty equine canine there.
Mastiff.
So Austin, the bonus hit points, I'm imagining it's Gex, Nova, and your horse.
Jack's Nova, no, it's you.
Oh,
What?
okay. I don't know. You like your horse, man.
So
It's true.
This is a little bit meta. They can't attack my horse with attacks. She's
Oh,
only
that's
really
right.
vulnerable to like AOE attacks.
Okay.
Like fireballs and shit. I don't. Again, kind of meta. I don't think onkegs can. They might spray acid or something, but I think they mostly just hit stuff with attacks. So she should be fine.
Well, I'm glad we recorded that for later. You should be able to move the mastiff now.
Tony, I'm sorry. You will have to resort initiative.
Oh god, it has 5 health.
Yeah, but if you're mounted, I don't think it can. Oh no, you need mounted combatant for that.
Yep, that's
Yeah,
a
well-
feature.
It's up to you. If you want to spend your first turn, dismounting and sending the animal away, it'll probably last better. Maybe. I might be setting you up for a trap. Oh,
think the
oops.
trap is
Nova's already in one. On the initiative of 19. Coming out of the earth. This,
Sorry.
this creature is going to move up. Oof. There are 4 of you. I'm going to do a quick retcon because Osborne's not here.
Tony doesn't have faith.
No, none. This creature's going to come up and it's going to spray acid.
Oh, shit.
What?
It takes a deep breath, and you can see these large ventral sacs on the side of its head puff up, and then it spews this sizzling yellowish acid. And it's going to...
I did not remember they did this.
I honestly didn't either. I thought maybe I saw it in Baldur's Gate, but I figured it was just the attack animation.
It's going to shoot
To be
acid
fair-
out at Arthanos and his horse.
Oh, fabulous.
Fuck you.
I need you to make a DC 13 dexterity saving throw.
Wait, what's your horse's name first? We got to get the emotional attachment.
It's true.
Oh, I don't know if I named it yet.
Have you named your cat thing either?
Yeah, Shalquar.
Ooh, I like it.
Because I'm only capable of taking fucking names from the Dark Souls series.
I'm sorry, was that Jamiroquai?
Let's go with Torrent. I'm so original.
I fucking love Torrent.
It's a good horse. It's the best horse that I've experienced in a video game.
The one for Shadow of the Colossus is good too.
That's true.
I like Roach, but only because Roach goes on roofs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
I see your
All-
dexterity save. Where's the horses?
I don't have access to its.
Oh my god,
Cheap.
you guys are so needy. Look, I'm going to give everyone access to Ironmane.
Go right ahead. Yeah, and my mounts and familiars, I only have Shalquar and Miri. Who no longer exists. It was replaced.
Save
named the owl.
changes.
Iron Maid rolls dex.
Does pretty well, actually.
Yeah. We're not fucked.
You suffer half of 14 acid damage. 7 acid.
You know what? That's not worth it. Because if I use Absorb Elements, that only brings it down to 3, right?
Yeah.
You know what? Fuck it, I'll use it. It's a level 1 spell slot.
That's what Tony
Alright.
likes to hear. Eat up them resources.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Juicy. You have mage armor up
However-
too? That's what I like to hear.
Well, I do have Mage Armor because you gave me those robes, so I didn't have to spend a spell slot.
Fuck, I failed.
Thanks again for that. Thank you.
Net even. Alright, and then the horse takes -3. Nope. Horse takes a lot more than that.
Did
and
you
is
just
near
spurt
dead.
blood? That's amazing.
Yeah. And it's cool because they're linked character tokens, so all the horses took blood.
Oh yeah! Nova's horse is almost dead now too.
All right,
Whoops.
that is its turn, but it is yours. It sprays acid, and it looks sort of deflated around its head for the effort.
Okay. So maybe it can't do that more than once.
It's got a
Oh.
short refractory period. Just needs a Gatorade and a nap.
Yeah. Not a lot of prolactin creation there. Here's a question. How big is this? Here's an answer.
About a 30-foot cube.
Hypnotic pattern. So I think I love this spell.
Okay, and where are you casting it?
Right there, and I believe. Oh, yeah, it's not
It's not
not
friendly.
good for friendlies, but I do it in
Alright.
such a way that it doesn't hit Gex because that's the only one I can avoid.
Haha!
I think I have advantage on this.
So
Yeah, it's charmed.
I don't know if this is enough for him.
Is,
Yeah,
is
but-
there a way that I can,
Hit all
Place
three.
it.
I'm thinking.
if it needs to hit? Oh, I see. Yeah. I mean, we could rotate it, but that's not really
I'm gonna say you're gonna have to pick two dance
to pick
partners. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you
If
do
you
your
guys
thing.
were all bunched up, this wouldn't be an issue.
Well, they would have to be bunched up. Yeah, I'll go with those two.
Okay.
Great.
They will make charisma saving throws. Is that right? Wisdom saves.
Wisdom.
They aren't great at
Hoping.
these.
Yeah, I was hoping.
Ooh.
Hey, I'm sorry, Austin, but we can wake you up. I swear.
Nova, Water Lily, and Iron Man, please also make wisdom saving throws.
You know, I was going to suggest move the box up so it just hits the 2 and not...
Oh, that would have
But
been way better.
It took all of my effort not to blurt that out.
You feel free to do that because I'm
It
a drooling
feels
retard.
wrong.
So I'm okay with it.
Okay,
Arthur
Nova,
knows it's supposed to be smart. Can't help it
Ren.
that I'm retarded.
Water Lily, you are all entranced by a hypnotic pattern. But so aren't the Ankeks.
So aren't?
Yes.
What?
Yes. Maybe.
What?
Yes.
Okay.
So,
Sounds like a conversation between me and myself.
There's no additional save, so just skip me.
Gex, it is yours.
So, weird, funny hypno magic just happened to my left. Assuming I'm looking at this creature that just spit acid.
Sorry, say again.
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm gonna move over here, give this guy a little stab in the leg.
Oh no.
If
Are you
oh,
on your
Mastiff.
Mastiff, or are you kind of abandoning him?
I'll stay on him.
Okay. So you have a lot of movement speed, and you're going to stab this one here. He's next to allies. That's sneak
They're
attack.
tranced, aren't they?
Yeah, but he's also like incapacitated in general, I think, right?
Yeah, creature's incapacitated and speed is.
I think that's
Screw
pretty
him.
fair for sneak attack.
That's a lot of ones.
All right.
All right.
Suffers 11 snack attack. And does it break free automatically?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. What have you done?
Oh, I don't know.
It is free.
Then I think I can use my bonus action to just run away, right? Disengage.
Your dog can actually disengage.
Yeah. Your master
Oh.
can disengage and can ride away on it.
I do that.
Nova.
Since I am entranced, can I do anything or try to break it?
It's a good point. You cannot.
Sorry.
Dare Blakely.
Well, I mean, it did cause two of them to miss their turns. Like, that's not the worst.
Yeah. Could have been multiple turns.
This one is going to come up.
Yeah, it is. This was the one that spat, right? Yeah.
Yes. And it's going to... Yeah, that's probably fine. It's going to kill your horse.
Rude.
11 might not do
Oh,
it,
is
though.
it?
Oh,
It has an
yeah,
armor
is.
class of 10, so fuck.
It grabs the horse with its large pincers right beneath its belly and just pulls it straight down.
Fuck.
It kind of disappears into the earth with it, and you just see red soil. Soil start to tint red.
Oh, good.
You are
I'm
prone.
guessing I fall off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is your turn.
So it is. So is it properly dead then, Tony?
Oh yeah, your horse is dead. In fact, I'm just going to delete it.
Yeah. All right. Better idea. Nova's is not. And it's beneath the earth.
Yeah, more it drug the horse beneath the earth and then resurfaced to eat you as well.
Yeah. Okay. I will fucking shoot myself, I guess. How deep is this pit that Nova is in?
It's only about 5 feet. The biggest problem is it looks like it's really soft sand.
Okay.
The horse is having trouble riding itself even before it got hypnotic patterned.
I will fucking get up, and that's what, 15 feet?
Mm-hmm.
And then how far away is Ren? 20 feet. Fuck my life. I will move. That's not the right thing. I will move here. I will wake Ren up.
You will provoke an attack of opportunity. Are you comfortable with that?
I will?
Yeah.
Oh, was I? What?
Yeah.
I thought I was not adjacent. No, I guess I am adjacent. I will Misty Step over here
Excellent.
and not actually get up, because I don't think you have to do that with Misty Step, do you?
Doesn't make sense that you would. Yeah.
Yeah. So Misty Step over there. I will wake Ren up.
Okay.
So Ren is awake, and fucking, I don't even know. That's actually all I got, I think.
All right.
Would you like a suggestion?
Sure.
You have a cat, right? It can take actions.
Oh, yeah, Tony, there's a good question, actually. Can the cat take an action to wake somebody up?
If you direct it to.
I will direct the cat to fly down and wake up Nova. Like, shake her head or something,
portals.
land on it and shake it.
Nova, you are entranced. And then suddenly this little furry face just nuzzles up against you, tries to wake you out of it. You don't respond quite right away, and then it kind of like nips at your nose.
No, 5 more minutes.
And you are free.
No, just
You
oh
come to
fuck.
and it's all butthole. It's the only thing you can see.
At least it didn't spray as well.
Ugh.
My brother-in-law has had that experience multiple times. Wakes up with one of the cats
Spayed
turned
neutered.
around,
Am I just
pets
now
its
finding-
back, and then it just sprays from its anal glands all over the back.
Spayed and neutered.
Am I just
It doesn't
now finding
change its
out
anal glands.
that like you have siblings?
Yeah, I have 3 half-sisters, the youngest of which is 25 years older than me.
Ooh.
And I'm talking about her husband. They have many cats, like, I don't know, it's 10 or something like that. It's a lot.
So you didn't grow up with it then?
No, I didn't grow up with them. I grew up as an only child, effectively.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's the only thing that makes sense.
I mean, I'd say fuck you too, but yeah, you're absolutely right.
All right.
Autism.
You are able to wake them up. It is
Yeah.
Ankh number 13's turn. He is charmed.
And he is asleep. Well, yeah, sure.
This creature is going to burrow over here and emerge and spit hot fire
Oh, fuck,
You
it has that
fire.
too.
in a line like this.
Yeah.
Oh, that reminds me.
Forgot about it.
At the end of this Ankeg's turn, you would see that it takes another large breath and starts to swell those ventral sacs again. This one, however, already swollen, is going to just discharge.
Boy, murky.
I need Water Lily, Ren, and Arthanos to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh. This wakes Water Lily up too. That's actually kind of convenient.
That's 5 damage.
This is completely unintentional, but I like the way that it plays out. It's also going to hit the Ankeg with this.
Oh, fuck. Really? 30 feet. Yeah, son
It
of
is
a
a
bitch.
30
I didn't even intend to do that. I don't even think it meant to do that.
Hell yeah.
Whatever, it missed 2 turns. That was a good use, as far as I'm concerned.
You do suffer half damage on a save, but that is its turn, and it is still soft and soggy. Ren.
Okay, I have a question. We didn't actually roll Ironmane's save for Hypnotic Pattern.
Okay.
The one in the hole.
true.
Is that horse charmed or not? I guess.
Yes, it is.
Okay, fantastic.
I
Then
can
my
roll it
plan
now if you'd
is
like.
I'm okay with just having it be charmed.
Is not charmed.
It is not charmed. This actually does not change anything to me whatsoever.
Okay, so we agree that the question was a waste of time.
I guess so.
Okay, sorry, go ahead.
So I'm within 5 feet of Nova, right?
Yes.
Okay, great. I just wanted to ask because of the weird way the hole is. I'd like to bait and switch. So we'll trade places like Freaky Friday, except without the body stuff. So she can be on Water Lily, and I'll be on Iron Man. And then both of us. This is one of the maneuvers. Both of us get +5 AC until the end of our until the start of my next turn.
So you just reach down and like grab her with one hand, swing underneath Water Lily to put her on the horse, and you on Iron Man.
Yep.
That's cool.
And then
Did that happen
because-
while I was still entranced, or?
you're out of it now, right?
Yeah, like you're out of it now. It's pretty much Cat's butthole, and then Water Lily.
But
I've got to double check to see if this is an action or not, but Water Lily, because she's my controlled mount, could, like, hold her action to move, right? So when Nova gets switched on, she can start running.
That's a good rule. I don't think so. I think Nova will have to...
Now,
Okay, hold on.
It's weird, right?
Yeah, no, I think it's fine if it all happens on your turn.
Okay, then Water Lily will disengage and move away from the Onkegs with Nova. I just gotta go check to see if that's a bonus action or whatever.
Okay.
Where's this at?
Also, Arthenos, it says you're at full HP.
I am.
So this doesn't
You
take
got
any
acid
action.
sprayed in your face twice?
Yeah, Austin gave me 10 temporary HP.
You son of a bitch, Austin.
When you're within 5 feet of a creature on your turn, you can just do this. This doesn't cost anything?
What do you mean it
Yeah, what
doesn't
the
cost
fuck?
anything?
It doesn't even. Yeah, what? It doesn't have any.
I mean, it costs a
Action.
superiority die, but it doesn't have any actions. Like,
Yeah.
it's just a thing you can do?
Okay, but that's not the
I don't
same
know
as
if
saying
that's
it
a
doesn't
typo.
cost anything.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, it costs a die.
Alright.
No action.
Okay,
That's weird.
but I have an action and stuff. So I'm going to move over here. And then I'm going to try and get Iron Man out of this hole.
And which one has, which of you has the 5 bonus AC?
Both of us, I thought.
It says
No, you or the other.
Oh, she can have the +5.
Okay.
you sure?
Yeah.
This
Oh,
is like his
dude.
whole thing. He's just
I'm only gonna ask once. I'm gonna just take it.
he's just weirdly useful at positioning, which I really like as a mechanical concept.
Yeah. it's
Yeah. And then I'll use my bonus action to help Iron Man, which lets me use this gift thing. So I will give it increased movement speed to help it get out of this hole.
Okay, now what the fuck am I looking at?
Huh?
An
What is
asset.
gift?
Increased movement speed. This is I can use the help action as a bonus action, and I can do so a number of times equal to my proficiency bonus. When I do, I get
Where's
like a
that from?
thing I can give it. Hobgoblins.
What? I had a
Had this the whole
hobgoblin that
time.
wasn't this good.
This is
If this
the-
alcohol.
The official one now. I think
Oh,
the
is it
Morning
new?
Titans one. I don't think it's new, but it's like revised.
Well, yeah,
I
okay.
guess.
I'm out of the loop, so new is relative, right?
Yeah. It's new then. They like retconned like all of the races into the new Mordenkainen book, so it's from that.
All I remember having as a hobgoblin was like long swords and fuck, the one where you can't fail when your friends are around.
Yeah.
This is way better. Man, I gotta play hobgoblin soon.
Hobgoblin's cool. I like that you can do a lot of stuff with your mount with it, so you can help your mount do stuff like get out of a hole.
Yeah.
So is this a check of some kind?
What are we doing? I thought you just did it.
Huh? I want to get Iron Man out of the hole.
Oh,
Iron
okay.
Man.
With you helping them, you can get them out, no check needed.
Great. Can I move this?
then you still
Tony,
have a
that's
fucking
still
action.
wasn't my action.
All right.
But I don't want to keep it too long, so I'm just gonna make attack, and that's gonna be it.
Cool.
11.
Cool. 11 doesn't do it.
That's all for me.
Holy shit! Fuck that guy.
Nova, you are actually like over here.
Guy's playing like a 10th level wizard for some reason as a fighter.
Yeah, what the fuck? Turns are faster than mine.
Gex.
How far can the Mastiff move?
I want to say it's like 40. It's not as
I
good
also
as you.
think it's 40.
It is 40.
I
And it can.
then leave again.
All right.
Same way. Also, I named him Jigsaw.
Now, no one is adjacent to this creature. Nova's token's actually like here. Do you still
No
want
one's
to attack
adjacent
that
to
one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just want to poke it and then just keep running away. So I pretty much poke and go back where I am right now. More or less 40 feet.
All right. Let's see that roll.
At you.
A 12 doesn't do it. You're able to
The
just
dog got
glance
too
off
excited.
Oh, he sees a Jew droid. Anything else for your Gex?
Oh, that's it.
Nova, it's yours. Now, is there a chance that you're on mute?
You are absolutely correct. Sorry, the dogs are being extra playful after dinner time. So, I'd like to do darkness on these two, but I don't know how to drop the token thing on it.
So if you go into your journal tab where your character sheet is, you should be able to scroll down to the bottom, and you should see area of effect templates as a folder. Do you see the area effect templates folder?
Yes, circle.
Yeah.
Where's that?
And then just pick a color, and then this one's a circle, and I think it's 10-foot radius.
Range target. Where's my radius? 15.
Okay.
Cool.
So just drag and drop the 15.
Sweet. Okay.
All right. A swirling sphere of darkness radiates from the eclipse of the moon. Total eclipse of the heart. Anything good for you?
I'm going to move so I'm not quite as in line with Ren and... Wait, am I on Water Lily?
Yep.
My
Yeah.
character says... My character says, not me. Wait a second. Oh, but I can't move Water or Lily.
Sorry, just tell me where you want to go.
Right there, yeah. Just not so we're not lined up as much. Okay. And that's my turn.
All right, on the initiative of 19, this creature with its swollen sacks.
Yeah.
Slurp.
Okay, that's even worse.
Yeah, I'm... Ugh.
Is going to move here.
Oh fuck, they have tremor sense, don't they? God damn it.
I mean, it would be something to consider. Does a creature that lives underground have
Yeah.
tremor sense? That's a question. The answer is acid spray.
The answer might surprise you.
Targeting Ironmane, Ren, Water Lily, and Nova. Make a dexterity. These things could be so much better if they were actual xenomorphs, is all I'm saying.
Instead of
Yeah,
these
but they-
fake ass xenomorphs.
Yeah.
They have giant centipede ass bodies, fucking gross.
I think it's my first roll above a 10.
Well, it's a good one to have. Alright, those of you that
Is it
succeed...
enough?
Yes. Those of you that succeed suffer 5 acid damage. Those of you that... Or sorry. Yes, I said it right. 5 acid damage on a success and 11 on a failure. It is then going to take another inhale and swell those sacs on the sides of its head again. Arthenos.
I hate these fucking things. There's a green thing. Oh, Tony, do I know if they have tremor sense? Is this... What is it in action to check this? Nothing? No action?
Make a nature check. Wow, okay. So with a 27, you know for a fact, yes, these creatures have extremely good senses beyond sight for traveling underground.
Fucking assholes. I will move here. So I saw that thing there, and I will booming blade it. Wish the 20 was there, but...
Alright, that's going to be a clean hit, and... it suffers 14 damage total. And if it moves, it will suffer another 7. It's a good roll.
Okay. And I will do this shit. Oh wait, that doesn't even cost me a fucking... That's amazing. Do this shit on my cat. And, you know what? With that nature roll, do I happen to know what they're weakest to, if they have a weakness? If I can't check two things with one roll, that's fine.
There is no obvious weakness here.
Okay. Then we'll make it lightning, I guess. Yeah, and it will, the cat will move there, lightning this fuck, or better yet, there, and lightning this fuck, so I don't accidentally hit him, and then it's gonna fly up. So it is a, 50 son of a bitch. So 5 lightning damage.
It suffers it.
And then the, cat flies up, and that is my turn.
Alright. Arthenos, that was you. Ankh number 13 is full of juices.
Hello, bitch.
It's going to move
The cat's
here.
way up in the air.
Yeah, it fires straight up at the cat. Fuck you.
Does it, though?
It's not... Oh, actually, it didn't really... Well, that works out. Hold on. Nah, it's going to hit his friend.
Just move a little bit further back.
It's not really considering its friend. I think that's pretty good for a creature with this low of intelligence.
Austin, I know you're super helpful, but let's try not to help the monsters.
Oh, I would get to attack it because I have my reaction still.
You tried to trick me!
I almost got away with it, too.
Targeting the same people plus the Ankh. Who fails? So,
Everybody fails.
Well, maybe not Nova. No, everybody.
Everybody fails.
Wait, there's one more roll? Yeah, everybody. Oh, Tony was rolling for the riding horse. I was also
I
doing
like
that.
your roll.
I don't think it actually matters. The horse dies either way.
Yeah, it does.
Tony, that was 10 points.
It is 9 points on a failure, half as much on a success. And at the end of its turn, it takes a deep breath and swells those sacs on the sides of its head.
Fuck these things, man.
I have a brilliant solution for all this. Don't even worry about it.
Now, through the dark... Oh, that's an interesting thing. Through the darkness, you feel this creature shift out of your sight. Well, out of your darkness area. And it rumbles beneath your feet before it reappears out of this pit and bites you. It has advantage.
And it misses.
A 20 misses.
Yep.
A 20 misses.
22.
We're level 5 now.
get on my level?
Feel the autism.
I don't suppose the green shield has anything to do with acid, does it?
That is something you have not discovered.
That's fair.
Shield?
Eastman
Oh.
Green Shield.
Yes, SP green shield, right.
Man, I am so upset by a 20 missing. You have no idea.
If that's
22,
upsetting,
Tony.
just wait.
There's more!
It will go up at some point.
That is its very disappointing turn. Maybe I can get some acid going. At the end of its
Son of
turn,
a bitch!
it breathes in, filling those sacks once more.
Oh, is it still in the darkness? I thought it was there.
It moved.
Okay.
It's got plenty of movement.
In the darkness.
Ren, it's your turn.
The horse dying does not make me prone, because, cavalier bullshit. So I will move. I will disengage specifically.
I've never seen a fighter do that.
I will use 5 feet of movement to remount my horse. Excuse me. And then I very calmly yell, "Run!" And Water Lily's going to disengage. And she will move off the road, jump over this little tree, and then continue south. With Nova, obviously.
I'm trying. I'm coming. Do I need to roll something for my eardrums?
Haha.
Since he yelled?
No, I think you.
Joke. It's a joke.
I think Nova will be fine. It's only Sam that suffers.
Sorry if that was loud. I think I literally have 0 ranged options. So, I guess I could have attacked or something beforehand. Didn't do that, though. That's my turn, I guess.
Thank you?
Girl, second win.
I'm not really sure what's happening. Like, 1 minute my horse, like, kind of got stuck, and then suddenly, like, I was, like, asleep, but not asleep, and then all of a sudden I was on the wrong horse, and now I'm, like, this has been a very strange day.
Well, Arthros is a wizard. He's the only one in danger, so he'll be fine.
Am I?
I don't know. Oh, well, presumably we're off the map. The horse's movement speed is 60, so...
Yeah. And all I heard was run while I'm in this pitch black darkness.
He
So I
said-
have no idea
yeah,
what
He
direction
said
to be in.
very
no.
calmly said run, so it was more like run. Gex, it's yours.
In traditional fashion, there's a ball of darkness where the enemies are, so I don't know where they are. Every time. I'm gonna get off the Mastiff. He seems very distracted. And kind of like... Can I take an arrow and kind of like toss it to him to like go get that arrow as I go investigate how to murder these things myself?
Yeah, you can easily convince him to run away.
Throw him a stick.
I tame...
You're in the
I'm gonna
middle
try
of
to make him
battle, and
run.
you're like, go fetch.
I want him to run toward the fort.
Yeah, you can do so. Like, this is a trained creature. There's some sort of get the fuck away command, you know? So you don't have to, like, throw rocks at him like they do in every kid's movie when the kid's trying to get rid of the dog. And they're
Go!
like, just leave!
Can't you
When
see I don't want you anymore?
They throw the stick at Shiloh, and I'm like, you piece of shit. Yes, it will disappear, and it'll dash at your direction. It provokes an attack of opportunity from the Ankh Egg, and immediately dies.
Wow.
It's going to run off the map, and you will not see it for a while. And what are you doing with your turn?
Well, I could get into combat with that thing if I knew it was there.
You do. It's not hidden. You just can't see it.
Actually, this doesn't harm you as much because of the sneak attack changes, right? Because Arthenos is still adjacent to it. Having
Yes.
disadvantage doesn't negate your sneak attack, so it really doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But I'm a smart goblin.
Mhm.
I'm not going to walk in there.
Yeah.
Good plan.
Go right here. And wait.
Uh-huh. Excuse me. I would have muted, but I didn't instead.
It's usually what I go.
Are you going to ready an attack of some kind?
Yeah, pretty much any giant bug that enters my my reach, I want to hit it.
Well, do I have good news for you. Nova, are you doing anything as you sail off the map?
I mean, I have, like, kind of looking a little shocked, but I'll turn around and throw a witch bolt at this gentleman right here.
Okay, what's the range on Witch Bolt?
100 and... Oh, fuck. Nope.
We moved
I
60
thought it was
feet
farther.
away from the creature.
I'm sorry, I meant magic missile. I wanted to do witch bolt, but I'm too far away. Magic missile's 120.
All right, you
So.
can pick your target, everything on the map. If you want to put 3 bolts into, like, the Tressym or Arthanos, you could.
Yeah, you
Can I
could.
do that with not being able to see it? Because they're in darkness?
Yes, I don't think there's anything about Magic Missile where you have to... Ooh, actually, there probably is.
perfect.
But I'll say for now, yeah, you can absolutely target the one in darkness.
Okay, then I will do the one that's closest to Arthanos. And...
Let's see it.
Maybe. Oops, not what I wanted.
I think there's a separate button you can press to do the rolls.
Yeah, it didn't pop up, and I apologize because I'm playing on my laptop and not desktop like I normally do, so I'm like bouncing between screens.
Usually
and...
you have staff for this, right? Like,
Yeah, I have a Blake, and now I don't have a Blake suddenly.
God, nobody wants to work anymore.
But everyone has to.
No.
I did the math, and at least 50% of the country is employed.
I'm so sorry, I don't know how to...
Just
Roll
roll
the
it normally,
damage.
1d4 plus 1. So just throw it in brackets.
The square brackets, yeah. 2 square brackets, not 2 in the...
Oops.
Yeah, those.
1d4 plus 1, you said?
Yep, and just roll it twice. You can actually, if you roll it once, you can hit up on your keyboard, and it'll re-roll the same thing. Cool, that's actually really good damage. 9, 10, 11, 12. Arthanos, you are just vaguely aware that the creature next to you is bisected by bolts as it dies.
Okay.
Can I use the third hit on this guy here?
It's going to take
3?
all 3 to kill that one.
Okay, but I can still damage him, right?
Yeah. Well, no, if you want to split it up and hit one, or leave that creature alive and hit this one, yeah, you can do that instead.
Oh, nope, I'll kill the guy closer to him.
Okay. Anything else for you?
Yeah, I'm gonna look at Ren and say, thank you. Go back, you can go back in, I'll be fine here. And I'm gonna get off Water Lily.
If you say so.
7 more Ankh eggs. No.
Keeps riding
hopefully
away.
I don't regret this.
I kind of thought we would all run, because that seemed really fucked, but I guess we're not doing that anymore.
Some of
Well,
us have
what-
faith in our friends.
Well, yeah, and they're still there.
I thought they could also run.
Oh, that was...
I'm not a turn yet!
Does a 17 do it?
I did the 20? What
You're
does-
real smart.
I want you to know right now, there's a 0% chance you survive this campaign.
I mean, that's typically the case in your campaigns, I think.
Arthanos is yours.
Alright, oh, fuck. Here's a question. Can you take opportunity attacks when you can't see the target?
I have to roll a fucking 17 on a 20-sided die to hit you.
Yeah, no. Just thought I'd ask.
Sorry, what is your question?
Just so you're aware, it can see you, so your question does not matter.
How can it see me?
It's got tremor sense.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it doesn't matter at all. In fact, it doesn't even have disadvantage against me.
Correct. It actually has advantage against you.
Yeah.
You have disadvantage against it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
And 11 doesn't do it.
Now, Tony.
Nice job, Tony. High five.
Thanks, Austin.
Then I use that, and it's an 18.
What is this shit? Attack roll. You can balance 10. You can balance fame this way. Never times proficiency bonus, and you're getting on when you use when you finish. 10 plus.
Add up to the red robes. Get robed.
Did I try to convince you to go white robes and like not be as good?
But he had already taken the feat.
Yeah. A level earlier.
You're a real piece of work. That's gonna hit. It'll take 13 piercing.
And 4 thunder. And then it's gonna take 17 lightning damage if it fails. That is almost a maximum roll.
Well, it's not gonna fail. It is dead. As lightning damage washes over it.
And then the cat flies up again.
How many times can the cat breathe fire?
Until I lose concentration.
For like a minute,
Cool.
so I think 10.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. Then also, I'm going
What
to
are you
not
feeding that cat?
be in the dark. Just hottest chili peppers, you know?
Glowworms.
Glowworms.
It's just hot Cheetos.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
a worm with a Y.
Scorching hot. I am good there.
Alright. It is not close enough to reach Gex, so it is going to go after you.
Okay, I'll be the tank.
20 fucking 4 to hit?
Ooh, that would work, but then it doesn't.
Get out.
Yeah, but you've learned from last time, so you're not casting haste on yourself, so you can just dispel magic you like you did for that entire campaign.
I mean, I got the dragon's breath thing that he could get rid of.
It is unable to grasp you, and it is Ren's turn.
Alright, Water Lily will deposit Nova. Or I guess Nova dismounts, one of those. She will dash, we will come back. We're going to try and end it. So I'm going to tell you what, Tony. This is going to be a double precise strike. Actions. Wait, no. I'm level 5 now. I'm going to make 4 attacks against this.
Holy shit.
Jesus Christ.
I forgot I was level 5.
I don't think you realize what you're fighting, but go for it. Austin, please stop.
Yeah.
After you strike it twice, the creature dies.
I stabbed it a couple times just to make sure.
Poke,
He's being
poke.
thorough.
If
Yeah.
you would like to continue to action surge and stab the creature, you may.
Yo,
But
honestly,
it
I
is
forgot I
dead.
was level 5. I made an attack earlier. I only made 1. But I'll point to the bubble and I'll say, is there another one? Looking at Arthenos, the man next to me. The myth, the
bubble?
legend. The darkness. You know, the big shadow ball.
No, it's dead. It almost fell on me.
The little moon or the...
Oh, I thought you meant one of those onkegs. What bubble are you talking about, by the way? Because I'm genuinely confused. Like me, the player.
The
Bubble
circle
of
of
darkness?
darkness that I had, yeah.
You have to ask Nova. But I don't see one.
Before it dispels, I want to get bored and run in and try to slash something, but there's nothing to do.
Oh my god.
No, but you're blinded, so you just run all the way to the other side and fall into the pit.
Yeah, I do that.
That's the end of this encounter. The Onkegs lie defeated, and you could still hear shouting coming, but as the battle reaches its final slashes, final attacks from Ren, you hear some cheers coming up from the distance, just carrying over the air. What would you guys like to do?
Is everything okay?
The horse
Guys?
is
Guys?
Yeah.
The Mastiff comes back with a chew toy.
Sorry.
Oh yeah, the Mastiff's still alive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Mastiff just pieced out.
One of three, at least.
How deep is this hole?
Only about 5 to 10 feet. It's very easy to climb out of when you're not in combat.
Okay, I will do that.
Oh. Tony, I have a question. Do I know of any NKEG parts that are valuable?
Ooh.
Acid sac.
I would
assume, but-
say...
You could acid etch your leather armor to have cool flames on it, like Gex's box.
Never.
True flames all the way.
Probably got mandibles.
NKEG
Chatnus
plates, perhaps?
plates, yeah.
That you have to collect a few of and then go to
You
a
can
special
probably
blacksmith
roast
to get
their
a suit of armor
legs.
made?
It's probably like big crab in there.
Ugh. Yeah, but it's a bug, man. You couldn't pay me enough.
Never eaten a bug?
Yeah.
I mean, not knowingly.
Okay.
I guess I can't say if I've eaten one in my sleep or whatever that myth is, but
No. It's more likely you've eaten it in a prepared product from a factory.
yeah, like pieces that have ground up. Or whatever.
So...
Yeah, you're allowed like 3% insect parts on most products in America.
Fucking disgusting.
That's
Oh,
horrifying.
it's actually
Is everybody?
higher on chocolate.
Is it higher?
On
What is
chocolate.
it now? Huh.
It depends on the product, but it's almost impossible to keep chocolate free because of the way they
Let's
ferment
stop
it in South
talking
America.
so I don't hang myself.
That's not really incentive for me, but
Oh, good point.
you know, you can try to harvest the acid sac.
Okay.
But this creature actually has a unique blend of glands. Its pituitary, adrenal glands, in particular, have the chance. Its pheromone glands, they have the chance to make some pretty potent potions that increase stats.
Oh,
Uh,
like permanently or?
yes.
Oh, if
Uh,
only we knew somebody that dealt with shit like
I
that.
had one of those recently.
The adrenal gland is a major component in dexterity increasing potion. A potion that increases dexterity. Pituitary gland is an ingredient in increasing strength. And the pheromone gland is a component in increasing charisma.
Oh.
Once the creature dies, it becomes much harder to harvest these things. They have to be preserved pretty much immediately. So if you want to try and get into them, you'll basically pick one, and each subsequent one will be harder depending on how you succeed in the first one.
Okay. Now, Tony, I'm just curious, remind me of how that potion worked. Did it increase the maximum as well?
Yes.
Or okay. Well, if you guys want to help me, you're welcome to. I'm gonna try for one of each.
Okay. So the DC
And then-
Bryn
starts.
doesn't know anything about this.
The DC starts at 16 and goes up by 4 each time.
Okay. Here's a question: Can I try it on all of them, or will it take too long to do one?
Each time you try on one, the next one's going to be 4 harder. If you fail, you'll immediately butcher the gland and it won't be salvageable.
Yeah, but I'm talking. There are 3 dead ankegs, is what I'm talking about. So can I try on each of them, and like it starts at the base on each of them,
So
and then goes
this
up?
is a time thing?
Yes.
It's the next check on any of the things, right?
Oh, on any of them. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's. 1's for the dex, 2's for the strength, and 3's for the charisma. All right. I guess I'm doing the first one. Will be for a dex one. What do you need me to roll?
Make a survival check. DC 16.
Oh Christ. Yeah, the cat'll help if it can. Fuck.
You are unable to salvage it. What would you like to try next?
Are you only have a +1?
It's a survival? Yes. Okay, gonna re-roll that one. Or I guess not. I could just do the same
You do
fucking
need
thing,
a
so-
19 on your next roll.
It's possible. It's really fucking unlikely. I do not have inspiration. I'll do it. Nope.
Okay.
All right, and then the next one's impossible.
Yeah. You are unsuccessful in harvesting from these creatures, and you know that it's a very tight timetable to work with as the acid starts to recirculate into the creature's body and kind of makes it all worthless.
Yeah. Okay. Is there anything else of value?
No, not so much. There, you can probably make some unique armor from the creature, from its carapace, but it's not that much more valuable than light or medium armor, and it will take some work to manufacture.
I mean, I'll grab some in case somebody wants to pay a good price for it in town or whatever. But
Yeah, Nova's gonna look horrified at all of this and is definitely sure that we are different kinds of magic users.
man, I grew up on a farm. What do you want?
Yeah. Nope. I don't want anything to do with this. I'm gonna file my nails, do something else, just try to pretend like the whole thing's not happening.
Good news is, after you butcher the Ankh egg, you can harvest its milk.
Ooh,
It got worse.
tasty.
I didn't think it could get worse.
Yeah, well, I mean, he lives on a farm, right?
It's not that weird.
It's not that
Just
weird.
Is that the way?
Drink the
Just
drink the bug.
the,
I can't fucking
the bug milk.
go along with that. Yeah, I'd rather kill myself. But I will harvest the stuff.
Excellent. You can make a passable attempt at it. This will be a lower DC. It'll just take a little while. Make another survival.
Can I take 10 by taking a while?
You can just roll, and we'll go from there.
Never mind.
Yeah, no.
God,
actually,
I
you
wish
do a
that would have
great job.
happened 2 rolls forward earlier or 1 roll earlier.
The real cool thing about what you're doing is you're actually creating an aesthetic. So it's not just that the armor looks like it's from bug carapace. It actually has like some of the creature's predominant features on it, which is pretty cool.
Oh. I mean, cool if you like bugs, sure.
Yep.
Horrifying otherwise. All right. So what did I get from that, Tony? Or does it matter? Should I just put on keg parts?
Just put Hydralisk looking armor.
Okay.
Hydralisk. From StarCraft.
Nerve.
Tony, can I look out for any more pitfalls?
You
and
can.
or moving dirt piles?
You can make another perception check.
Can I make a survival check just to show up Kevin? It's the same bonus.
Yes.
I'm sure you'll do better than my 20.
Talked shit, got hit.
And karma was a
Oh,
bitch.
perfect.
You do discover a couple more of the pitfalls. One of them, sort of as you try to egg Water Lily forward, she won't budge. And you realize because she's seen one that you haven't. But otherwise, the road is safe enough now that you've marked these, and you can make your way to the camp.
Wait, let me hit you with this. It's a throwback, Tony. You have never seen this before, I guarantee it. I take out a 10-foot pole, and I poke the ground.
And you get to tapping.
Hell yeah.
Tap, tap, taparoo.
You are able to do so and make it towards the settlement here. Sam, do you need a break to feed doggos?
Nope, I'm okay. I'm mobile.
Okay. As you arrive, you can see a couple of the figures that gathered at the top of the tower to watch this fight. One of them starts to descend down, and the gates come open after a little bit of effort on their part, revealing the colony here behind. It's probably about 13 buildings. Most of them are designed after the style of cabins, log cabins, and there looks like there's different functions. You could smell a bit of food on the air, and it looks like there are several tables arrayed out, like they're meant to refine the ore and separate it from the rock base before they ship it out. There are several carts, and you can even see makeshift mine carts with rails and tracks that lead into what appears to be several entranceways into the mines beyond. One of these buildings stands out. It's also of cabin design, but it's much larger than the others, and it's even paned with glass, and it looks more like a functional home, whereas the rest of it looks sort of like advanced camping. The figures that greet you here are mostly men, and they are dressed in pretty loose-fitting, almost satin-like clothing. And it's kind of awkward because the material is very clean and sheer, but it's very dirty and sweaty draped across their bodies. But they let you in, and one of them greets you, and he says, I'm impressed. Good job out there. We've been trying to avoid those things for, I don't know, probably the better part of a week now.
What? How do you avoid them in here? Can't they just come underground?
They can, kind of. They're not great at getting through the rock. And he kind of steps on the ground. It's one of the reasons these mines have been so hard to mine in the past. There's a lot more hard rock than there is soft earth. But on that road, yeah, that's open territory.
So you guys have just been stuck here?
Well, not stuck. We haven't had so much reason to leave recently, and we've been kind of avoiding it because, well, we didn't want to end up like your horses when we finally have to deal with it, so... He shrugs.
Wait,
Fair enough.
is this what happened to the people that were coming to try to talk before us? Like, did they get attacked by these things?
I'm not really sure what you're talking about. You might have to talk to the Iron Prince up there.
Well, that's just so handy because that's who we are here to talk with.
Okay. I guess I can let him know you're here. He kind of looks you guys over.
Oh,
Yeah,
you don't need to do that. We can just go talk to him ourselves.
Yeah, but... Oh, man. He's kind of a starlet, I guess you would say.
What does that mean? Nova?
He's...
What does that mean?
It means, well, it means he's needs some more delicate handling.
He's real big on ceremony.
Yeah.
Like, he's got this greeting he's going to go through. It's... You'll see. It might actually be better if I don't tell you.
Just, it's okay, Ren. Just every time you talk to him, use the biggest words you know. That'll impress him.
I don't see how Serendipitous means anything to him, though. It's really not a word I use that often.
You just might want to clean up, especially... And he sort of singles out you and definitely you. And he points to Nova and then Arthanos.
Wow, rude.
Am I covered in insect goo?
You got some dirt on you from the fight, and it's not even that you're significantly dirtier than the others, as far as you can tell. But he does seem to point you and Arthanos out.
I mean,
Well,
I like keep looking at my outfit.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was just saying, in front of his eyes, we get much cleaner.
Oh.
You clean or soil an object no larger than 1 cubic
Nice.
foot.
Is he prejudiced against mages? I feel like a lot of the knights in the Squirehood were like that.
Is that a thing?
No, I just... Probably
Is it
best
because
if you
they're
think
pretty
about it.
and he wants the pretty things to look pretty?
You really put
Like,
me in the spot here, guy.
I love Ren.
Like a diamond that is improperly cut looks worse than one that's just shitty in the first place.
God, you guys are really good at negging.
So
Well, I'm saying
just-
you both look great. You're just, kind of dirty. And it's really a shame, because you both look fantastic usually.
I'm just
And
gonna
I give
let
you
you
both
go.
a thumbs up.
You guys are looking to talk to him. I'll be right back.
I would die for Arthonos' cheekbones, honestly.
I mean, yeah, like, it's a pretty good looking picture. I take it too. As the guy is leaving, I say, let him know we're here on behalf of Calaman. What is it? Is Calaman's Council? Is that what it is?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I'm not completely retarded. We're here on behalf of Calaman's Council.
I'll let him know. And he makes his way. There's a bit of a kind of an upward slope here to the largest building that looks more like a home rather than these other buildings here. And he disappears inside and comes back after about a minute.
Okay, during that minute, I want to propose something. So, if he's really big on ceremonies, should we, have some trumpets play and, introduce our arrival? You can make noise, right? With, wiggle my fingers.
I can.
I think I can.
Minor
No
illusion.
matter. Yeah, it does noise. Yeah.
Okay, since you two are the pretty ones, here's what we'll do. Get on Water Lily and then make the trumpet noises, and I'll introduce you. It'll be perfect.
I do like your style. Arthanos, do you think we should take our robes off? We should always be representing the mages, regardless of whether or not someone likes them, right?
I think it's prestigious. Plus, did he actually say he doesn't like the mages, or the Ruse doesn't like the mages?
I mean, it's the only thing that makes. Well, not the only thing, I guess. I'm looking at my companions. Oh, fuck. We have Nexus here?
Every time.
Yeah, he's on a dog.
least- Yeah, at
Yeah,
least
the
once
dog.
a game. I'm going to be surprised by it.
Nex has really bad hiccups and can't stop for the last 10 minutes.
Oh, I'm
Yummy.
so sorry.
Deep breath as deep as you can, and stop breathing for at least 30 seconds. Like, as deep as you can, and then breathe a
Or-
bit deeper.
You could go for a world record and stop breathing for at least 5 minutes.
God, you guys.
I can do 2.5 minutes with no air.
I don't think 5 minutes is the world record for not breathing. I'm just going to say that.
Longer. I believe
I'll
it's
look it
longer.
up. I also believe it's
I'm pretty
long. But
sure
it's
somebody
people that have
drowned, last
they
year and is still
hyperventilate
not
on
breathing.
oxygen. I think the record's 17 minutes. It's fucking nuts.
Oh yeah, there was a woman. I think we've talked about there's no reason that orcas shouldn't be eating
24
humans.
minutes and 37 seconds.
24 minutes?
What? Yeah.
Is it Wim Hof?
Croatia's Budimir
Nope.
Sobat.
Okay.
So orcas should be hunting humans at any chance they get because that makes sense, from
Yeah.
biology standpoint. But they don't. But there was this woman who was trying to set a record for a whole free diving, or not free diving, but basically she goes down on a rope to go as deep as possible and then comes back up. And some orcas came along while she was in her practice runs. And they don't realize that she can't breathe underwater, so every time she tries to go back up to the surface, they would grab her and take her down lower, try to play with her, and almost
Ooh,
kill
that-
her. She was there,
That's-
she set a new personal record for herself, and almost died.
That's horrifying.
Yeah,
24 minutes is fucking nuts, though. You have to
Yeah.
hyperventilate on raw oxygen.
How do you not have fucking brain death in that? Jesus Christ.
get fucking wrecked.
Anyway,
What were you guys doing?
Arthanos.
Oh, we were
is
planning a
socially
grand
retarded.
introduction.
Yeah, while we're waiting on the guy.
Okay, so he returns after a minute and he says, "Yeah, you're good. Just remember, he's got a whole thing. Definitely, just try to go along with it. It's going to be much better that way."
Oh, so no trumpet introduction?
For him, yeah, absolutely. If you've got something.
Oh, okay. Arthanos, do the thing.
Make a trumpet sound.
Same.
Introducing the two newest mages of high sorcery, and then I do a little like jazz hands.
Prince Ali, Ali.
Lady Nova and Lord Arthanos.
Can I make like little fireworks going off?
Yeah, you've got spells for that, right? Throw them out.
And then I clap.
So there's this, make way for the Los Angeles, like it's very booming. You've got
Sunday.
off. I mean, how far do you really want to get going hard like this?
I don't know if Ren has the theatrical mind for anything more than this.
I'm really looking at the magical. Are you backing it up?
Yeah, do you have the second level spell pyrotechnics, which nobody takes, even though all it does is make fireworks?
I do
not have it.
You can do a shower of sparks with prestidigitation.
Are you? That's what I'm asking.
Minor illusion is the sound, and then, I mean, you could make things that look like fireworks with minor illusion, I assume. I mean, both of us could.
Are you doing it?
Yes. Yes, we are.
Make a performance, one of you. You have advantage because you're helping each other.
Go ahead, because I'm a shit at this.
Let's find out.
Arthanos is going along with this because he doesn't know anything about fucking high society.
Oh, no.
These sparks are just launching out like you're entering a WCW stage from the 90s. The announcer in Ren is going crazy, and you proceed through some silk curtains that are over the doorway. When you come inside, Nova, if you would mute yourself for a moment.
Sorry.
And his name was John Cena.
When you come inside, the area is blanketed in soft silk rugs. There is a banquet table in the center that is adorned with various fresh fruits. At the end of the room, sitting on what can only be described as a wooden, well-crafted throne, is a dark-skinned man. He has tightly bound dreadlocks going around the side of his head and bound and capped in gold and silver. He himself is bare-chested, but wears a exorbitant amount of jewelry on his fingers, his ears, his wrists, and is clad in these very sheer, almost silk pants that are blossomed to end like about mid-shin. Around him are several other individuals. They are not scantily clad, but the material that they're wearing is very sheer, almost to the point of being entirely see-through, just giving a vague silhouette of their forms. And there are two men with weapons and two women that seem to be basically carrying over to him plates of fruit and the most obvious, sort of servant and master relationship. He himself is a fairly handsome man, and he looks amused when you enter with this circumstance, this pomp and circumstance.
I just want to make sure. Are the men as scantily clad as the women?
Yeah, there's no distinction here.
Fantastic.
They're not even wearing like different attire.
It's a unisex uniform.
Right. Like it again, like they're not wearing anything revealing. It covers them from neck to ankle, but it's just incredibly sheer and gives off silhouettes, and you can tell that that's intentional.
Well, we've entered Agrabah, I guess.
I guess we've been introduced, so waiting for him to respond.
He's kind of giving you a moment to just kind of stew here, it looks like. Even after Ren has stopped calling out and the pyrotechnics have dimmed down, he just stares at you, and it's kind of an awkward silence for about 10 to 15 seconds. And then he says,
"No, there's not.
I'm declining to speak first."
I'm declining an awkward silence. 1 second goes by, and Ren says, "I was told there was a thing. I am ready."
Oh no.
So you were at that. I very much enjoy what you've done here. Tell me, who are you? And he's pointing specifically at you, Ren.
Tony, I can't remember. Do we have a team name?
You do not,
don't.
and it upsets me to no end.
I'm gonna come up with one now.
Oh no.
We are the Dragon's Bane of...
No, just leave it there. Just the Dragon's Bane.
Yeah, we're Dragon's Bane.
We're like Madonna. We don't need a last name.
We are one Knight of Solamnia, 2 High Mages, 1 very sneaky goblin, and a bureaucrat.
And what is your name, boy?
Me? Oh, Ren? Hello?
He casts his eyes to the next person in the room, Arthanos.
My name is Arthanos Istvan.
His eyes trail to the next person, Gex.
Is there anything near me? Like tables or chairs or anything like that?
There is a big central banquet that runs vertically. I say vertically, but it runs from the entranceway towards the throne. And there are various seating arrangements around the sides here. There's hanging torches, or chandeliers, kind of iron cast, that are hanging from stands that are meant to just sit like a standing lamp would. Is there something you're looking for in particular?
Just something to interact with. I'm gonna be looking at the chandelier, and I'll be like, I'm Gex. Just never take my eyes off of it. Wondering how it's just up there nicely.
And then he casts his eyes at you, Nova.
Nova Ruark, Lunar Priestess with the red robes. And I'll give a very practiced curtsy. Like, just the right amount of, like, respect, but not that I'm inferior. Like a curtsy of equals, if that's a thing.
He pauses and tries to draw out another long pause, if Rin will let him.
Yeah, he can have this one.
And then he stands up and he offers you, he crosses his arm over his chest, almost so it rests on his opposite shoulder, and he gives you a deep bow. And he says, I have had many names. I have been called the Whirling Dervish to my enemies, and the Iron Prince to my business. Today, you may call me by my name, Rustamane. And he sits back down and says, I am told you are from Karaman. Is there some business that you need from me?
Can I have this? I pull out the little thing. Can I approach?
He snaps his fingers, and you see one of the women goes and takes it from you.
I like your outfit.
She says nothing, just kind of gives you a brief bow as she backs away, brings it to his side and opens it, and then shows it to him. He then says, this will make the third one.
Oh, so you did get the other 2. That's good. We were worried that they died from the Ankegs.
No, the Ankegs are a recent annoyance. Your missives have been received.
Received and ignored?
Received and filed.
Can I roll something to like see? Is this guy pissed? Is he just playing games with us?
Make an insight.
he going to all the car lots to see which one has the best deal?
So he doesn't seem pissed, and you do get the feeling you're being played with.
And so what would be the next step then after received and filed? How do we proceed?
He strums his fingers on the arm of the throne that he's sitting in, and he says, "You are new to this, no?"
I feel like we shouldn't answer that because if we did, you would have an upper hand in the negotiations.
Thanks, Ren.
Oh, fuck.
He seems,
I'm gonna be quiet now.
He seems amused, and he says, "You represent the Council of Kalaman, and you want my ore from my mine. Well, as you've seen, there is no ore out there for sale. When I do have ore to sell, and I decide to sell it, it's true, your people make a fair offer." And he snaps his fingers again, and a different woman from the opposite side retrieves another missive. Anyone who cares can make a perception check.
Just, oops, that's, add 2 to that, I guess. So on a 17. Arthanos is just sweating his balls off, very uncomfortable in this situation.
Rin and Nova. The woman comes back with another rolled sheet, and he unfurls it, and he just looks at it and says, "These might be a bit more fair." And Rin and Nova, you spot there is the stamp of the symbol of Takesis on it.
Like we're blowing up a mine, folks.
Oh boy.
Did your esteemed council not bring you more to trade?
Can we see if what they were offering was more than what our most recent one?
You can't. He does not show you that. You can only see the back where it's been, the wax seal is obviously branded with the symbol of Takesis. That's all you can see.
Dang, I was hoping there was like a number that was like circled and highlighted and, you know.
Huh.
But he has her roll that back up and depart with it, and looks at you questioningly.
Would anyone like to take the... Okay, no.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, would anyone like to take the lead? Otherwise, I'm going to do something stupid.
Ooh, let's see what you're going to do. Go ahead.
Nope, you already started talking.
You said, you mentioned there's no ore currently. Is there a problem with production? And I'm definitely trying to make it sound like he has like erection problems.
Yeah. There is no problem producing. In fact, if you had more to trade, and he kind of gives you and Arthanos a very implying look, and he says, "Then perhaps we could talk more business, but you don't. The mines will be ready soon enough. There's just been a small inconvenience keeping us from putting ourselves to work."
I mean,
There's a problem with production, though.
yeah, it's fine. Lots of ores or lots of mines have minor inconveniences that cause problems with production. Maybe it's something we could help with in exchange for you taking us up on this offer.
He considers you for a moment and says, "You did take out the Ankex. Do you think you could do worse to stronger?"
Right, dogs.
I could do worse to a lot of things.
We're very talented.
Are you familiar with the Gilderoot tree?
Nope.
Damn it, Ren.
A long time ago, a tree grew out of the mines here, but it was no normal tree. It bears spirit of the earth, one of those things that guards your forests. This guardian, it made the tree its home, and when the tree was removed to harvest the mine, it grew angry. And so it is burrowed into the mines, and it won't let anyone make use of the vents. It has begun to conjure these creatures of the earth to assail us here. It is just a nuisance. It is a matter of time before my mercenaries find their way inside and remove it. But it has been slow progress. But you know, if a trained group of warriors, a knight, a goblin, and 2 mages of ice sorcery were to go in, I bet they'd make quick work of the Guardian. The thing is, I am an amenable person. I do not need the Guardian dead. In fact, I have a way of taming her, and she can be put to work enhancing our production. Your city needs iron, and the other minerals we have here. I can get it to you fast, man. Very fast. And I'll even do business exclusively with you and not this dragon army.
Tony, do we know any history about this? Like, is this a sentient being that we're possibly going to put into slavery?
I was about to blurt something out, which is relevant to this.
Go ahead.
So yeah, before that happens, I'll, in the Rin way. I was asked recently if I was a slaver by some hobgoblins. My answer to that was no, and my answer to this is going to be no, because it sounds a lot like slavery. I just don't agree with that morally, but I'll try and help you in any other way I could.
Would you rather kill her?
No. Why can't you just give her tree back? Can't you just plant it somewhere else?
The tree is gone.
Grow a new one.
She has uprooted with it. He thinks when you say that, I have not considered growing her a new one.
It has to have seeds, right? I think do all trees have seeds? I look around.
She is a creature who misses her tree, I'm sure. But I have not tried to have civil conversation with her. Fine.
Well, we can do that. We're great at conversation. I smile.
You smile, I'm sweating my fucking balls off.
The goblin hasn't said a word.
Then so be it. She needs not be destroyed, and she needs not be made more peaceful. She can simply be removed. Find your way inside. Get past her creatures. And get rid of her, one way or another. And look, I am a very kind person. I'll even give you options. He snaps his fingers again, and one of the women will disappear. and comes back with a brilliant red copper gem. It's wrapped in little threads of rose gold. You can use this to bind her spirit and control her mind. Or, if you find this peaceful solution, then you can do that instead. It is no sweat off my back.
That is a very fair offer, and we will be sure to deliver.
I should
Right.
hope so. Your other ways of entertaining me, they might fall short.
Wow.
Oh, did he just call you ugly?
I think he's negging.
Yeah, I think that was a good one. Okay. Oh fuck, guys, my laptop just died.
And like a
It was
true
such a-
mage, she dimension doors out of the place.
I was gonna say that insult was so strong. My computer said, "Nope, we're done."
Suddenly blind.
Oh, that's great. You are really nice. You didn't even get mad when I said no. That doesn't happen a lot. And that really speaks to your character.
It should be noted. I expect to have arrangements made very soon. And he looks at one of the women serving him, and she says, "Tomorrow. Tomorrow. If this is not completed by tomorrow, I might be forced to find new bedfellows."
Well, honestly, whatever's best for you, I'd say go for it.
No, Ren. He's saying that he'll
Huh?
go to the other. He's saying he won't trade with us if we don't do it.
Yeah, but I still want him to be happy.
Yes, but we need the. It's fine. We'll have it done by tomorrow.
I just feel bad that if he sides with them when they get destroyed, then he won't have any business partners. But I'm sure he'll make it work. He's been making it work for centuries, I think.
He says, "Feel free to enjoy the hospitality of the camp." And he sort of flicks his eyes between Nova and Arthanos for a moment, and then finally settles on Arthanos, and he says, "And you, my dear mage, feel free to join us for dinner."
Oh, that's uncomfortable. Yes, I'll keep that in mind.
He just gives you a smile that is just way too many teeth,
Ugh.
and kind of flicks his wrist out in a way to suggest that you can go now.
Are his teeth really like sharp?
No, just in fact, they're immaculately white. Like,
Okay.
this is a very handsome man, like by any standard, and he's clearly displaying himself provocatively. When he smiles at you, though, like there is a hunger, and it's not even like a lust. It's more like predatory than that.
Or like, cannibalism if he was, humanoid. Can I do an insight to see if I'm going to die? Like if I go to dinner or whatever?
Make an insight.
We'd
Seems
love to
above board
have you
me.
for dinner.
It's predatory, and like you definitely think that he finds you attractive and that he's looking to have you join him for dinner. But there's something more there, and like all you can think of is like this is a guy that's used to being in control, and that this might be more of a power dynamic than a genuine desire to share a meal with you.
Okay.
But he doesn't offer anything more at this time.
All right. Well,
Arthanos, as we're walking out, I'm going to whisper to him.
Yeah.
If he decline dinner, and if they question to say you're allergic to whatever they're offering.
But I don't know what they're offering yet.
That's okay. You can just be allergic to everything. You're.
Then I'd be dead. Wouldn't I? I don't know. I don't know how to handle myself in these situations.
Yeah, just keep saying you're allergic to whatever they offer. Oh, I'm allergic. Oh, I'm allergic.
Or you could take one for the team.
Can you be allergic to sex?
I don't know. You can actually, Austin.
Yeah.
This is in character.
Oh, okay. Say what? What? I don't think he wanted that. Did he? And I'll look back over to Nova.
I thought he did. Listen, the Squires really got around, and when they gave you the look, you knew it was time.
I'm upset that Ren got it and not Arthanos.
I don't know. I really don't want to go to dinner.
I mean, we only have until tomorrow. Should we get started now? Can we do like a short rest? Kind of recover a little bit and just go get started, right? If we don't have a lot of time.
That's maybe a better idea. Just say we have to get going on that.
Yeah.
Instead of being allergic to everything, and that's suspicious.
He said he had mercenaries. I'm gonna go talk to a couple of them to see what's going on in the mine before we head down. Maybe they can let us know how to better prepare for the trek.
That's
Did you say the mercenaries were coming, or that they're already here? Because I
He
thought
said
that
he
was
had
the problem.
mercenaries.
Yeah, like they'd be working on it.
I just didn't think they were as well suited to destruction as you two are.
Oh, you say
Who
the
has the
sweetest
gem?
things.
What do you say, Abby?
Who has the gem?
I did not take the gem.
She would have presented it to you first, Ren, but then probably to you, Arthanos.
I guess I would have taken it. Just really uncomfortable with that situation, just going along with whatever I think people expected me.
I want the gem.
Problem
My only
solved.
concern with the gem is if it's permanent, it would make me feel really bad, but if it's temporary, we could forcefully remove her and then, not enslave her forever.
But didn't he say it was to bind her to enhance production from the mine? If it was temporary, wouldn't he just stop shipping iron to Calavan? I'm not sure.
Probably not.
I'll have a look at it and see what I can tell about it. And
Well, you better do it fast, because you're not holding it anymore.
Oh, fuck, where'd he come from?
Let me have a look at it first, alright?
I like the
I'll give it back to you.
headcanon of someone just goes to reach for just anything in their backpack, and then I'm just already holding it.
Right.
The fun fact is that, that's the lore that Kender's had that they wrote out of this edition.
Kleptomaniac pieces of shit.
And not thieves, just touchy-grabby. They just took stuff.
Handsy.
Right.
Yeah, it's handsy.
Yeah, just prone to molesting.
The issue wasn't the Kender themselves, it was the people that played them that I hated.
So I watched one of the Dragonlance movies that came out a long time ago, in the 2000s. And it's got a really big voice cast to it. Lucy Liu is in it.
What?
Yeah, who's the guy that plays Snake now in Metal Gear Solid 5? Kiefer Sutherland. Yeah, he's in it. The guy that plays Lex Luthor in Smallville, he's in it. It's got a big cast, actually. And it's a terrible fucking film, but in the film, one of the characters is a Kender, and it's the constant negging of each other between him and the dwarf. Is I hate the Kender, the thieves. I've never stolen a thing in my life. It's that's all it is.
That reminds me of Wayne from the second era of Mistborn.
I haven't read the second era yet.
All right, well,
They're pretty good. They're not. I didn't like them as
Sam.
much. sorry. I like the trilogy.
I
The
know, I'm just
original.
surprised you read it.
Oh yeah, no, I love Sanderson.
I'm sure, like, if she didn't read it because they were awesome, then she definitely read them because Blake was like, please, I need somebody to talk to about it.
How dare I introduced Blake to Sanderson?
Oh, so you made him like, please, I need somebody to talk to about it.
Yeah, like hey, if you don't like these books, I don't know if this is gonna work out.
Right,
Is
but
that
like
like
you
a
spring it on him
family
like
thing?
at the reception, right?
Because it's
Yeah.
like it's your whole family that likes that series, right? Like the author.
So yeah, so I'm the oldest, and I'm a very big reader, and so basically, like at any point I get a good book, I like just hand it around, like everybody read this so we can all chat about it. This is good. You need it in your life.
I want
That's
you to
fair.
know that I've read every Cosmere piece of literature that exists currently.
Damn, I had
I
some
feel
catching
so
up to do.
connected to you. Sorry. So out of game though, real quick. So my laptop is dead, and I did not bring home my charger from work. I am happy to keep playing.
Oh, we can
Okay,
take
I'm-
the short session and go to bed, Tony. We can blame Sam. It can be her
You
fault.
can blame my.
I'm probably only going to
I'm
run it
sorry.
for like another half hour anyways, because like the rest of this area could be dangerous if you don't go through it the
Mhm.
the right way. So we'll probably just kind of play out the rest of this and then have an early night, and we could do a full session next time when Blake's back.
Okay. Yeah.
Sounds
Sorry.
like a
I
plan.
I don't. Roll20 doesn't work great on my phone, and so
Doesn't work great on any mobile device, even
It
tablets.
doesn't work
It's
great
so
on
dumb.
anything. Like
Doesn't work great on
Full
desktops
stop.
either. Like,
Yeah.
shit.
It works worse. How's that?
So I'm gonna identify that thing when we have a moment and aren't
okay.
moving around.
It contests you.
What?
Make an Arcana check.
Fucking, this spell sucks ass. Why did I spend money on this fucking
It's
person?
a great spell. Is anybody helping you?
Yeah, I'll
Oh.
use my fate die.
Your
Oh.
fate die?
On this?
Huh? Inspiration.
Oh,
Other
inspiration. Okay.
thing.
Okay.
I said the
Would you like to
wrong-
take the 25 or reroll?
I mean, I'll take the 25.
All right. So with the 25, you do feel that the secrets of this item are kind of buried intentionally. And there's a lot of magic that seems there just to obfuscate your own casting. But when you break through that, you see that this is a gem. Specifically is an elemental gem. And from what you can tell, it is used to bind a creature from another plane. What it's meant to do is bind an elemental to the gem, and then while you carry and hold the gem, that creature is under your influence. It is essentially a collar and mind control device to turn something into your slave.
That's a nasty piece of work.
Oh, like an oath stone. So whoever has the stone is in control, right?
Right. And it
Okay.
seems to be sort of tuned towards a specific kind of creature.
Okay.
You think that if you touch this to that kind of creature's body, that's all it would take. There would be a save, but it's similar to other magic items that bind. There's not really like a one-time, like there's no ammo to it. You just can repeat it until it works.
Okay. And this, as far as I know, this would be permanent.
It would be,
binding.
yes, permanent unless something happened or the gem lost power.
Okay.
You could also destroy the gem, dispel the gem. Like it's not permanent in the sense that it can't be reversed, but definitely permanent in the sense that it doesn't run out natively.
Yeah, it doesn't have a duration. It's not temporary.
Wait, so what if we bind her to it and then give her the gem? Does she control herself at that point?
Then isn't that no different than just not using the gem?
And Nova, you wanted to know what kind of creature this was earlier.
Yeah, just if we like.
Does somebody want to roll a nature check for her?
Sure. What's your bonus?
Are you smart?
I mean, I don't know offhand. I'm so sorry.
Is
I'm
my
gonna go
cat
with
smarter than
plus
you?
2.
Where's your sheet?
I know my cat's smarter than Ren, but
Your cat is not smarter than Ren.
3 int higher.
Tressums have like 11 intelligence. It's
Yeah.
not
Yep.
my fault.
They're smarter than the average person. They're not smarter than
yeah.
Gex, though.
Yeah, I'm a smart goblin.
Somehow.
Going on that business.
What do you
her
have, like
nature is
18?
+1.
18 or 17.
It's pretty high.
CX.
With a 6, you're not certain. You vaguely know that there are like protectors of the forest, protectors of nature, and maybe this is something like that has kind of worked its way into the earth and the mining side of things. You know, like a druid doesn't just protect the woods. Like there are druids that protect forests, there are druids that protect the oceans, druids that protect the hills and valleys and mountains and all that stuff. This must be something like that.
Okay.
No,
Do I know like
I
weaknesses
know
or
what
strengths?
this is.
Sorry, what was that, Sam?
Would I know like offhand like weaknesses or strengths or stuff it likes or doesn't like? Like, oh, they're naturally very
You're-
like trickstery or they're
You're
very
so
prickly.
vague. You're so vague on your understanding of what it might be that you really don't.
Yeah. Damn. Like, yeah, I've heard a lot about them. They're very mysterious, and most people, it is unknown to most everybody.
And if they float, they're a witch.
Yeah,
I know what these
exactly.
are. It's pretty easy to figure out, honestly, right? Female, tree. It's a dryad. I know because they're in my books. There's a book called The Apple and the Apple Thief. Terrible name. I don't know why it was written like that, but basically, there is this guy and he stole an apple from the dryad's tree, and I guess it
tell me
was.
this doesn't turn into erotica.
I think that's what it was supposed to be, but it was for kids, so they had to make it all metaphorical.
The apple was someone's virginity.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah. This is a real thing that I've read, by the way. Like, this is a real story about like.
Oh, Lord.
Okay, so the children's book is about like, I can't fucking remember. It's like elves or something. Like, you know, like Keebler elves, right? And like one elf gives another elf her cookie, and that was like the Mormons' way of saying that they fucked. I don't know. It's like a whole thing.
Oh my
Tony.
god.
I'm not Mormon, by the way, but this was a Mormon book I found at the library.
Yeah. Tony, so when I identified the gem, I got that it's for elementals. Was there anything more specific or no?
It seems to be very powerful. Whatever
Okay.
elemental it's meant to contain it's potent. It has a lot of more power than like it would need to capture like a mephit or something.
Okay. And now my question is a dryad an elemental? I'm unsure about this myself.
Rin doesn't care. Rin says we need to go find one of the seeds from her golden apple so we can plant her a tree elsewhere so she can live
Ren,
happily.
I
Make a
think
nature check.
that I'm trying to explain to Ren in delicate terms what an erotica book is, and
I know
Right.
what erotica is. I read porn. Okay? I've been elbow deep in someone else. I don't need it explained to me.
Me too. It was a goat.
Oh, mine was named Cheryl.
nope, so bad. Nope's out of this conversation. She turns bright red and
I didn't even start the
Yeah.
conversation. Why am I the bad guy? Rin looks confused.
elbow deep. Really?
You have to
With
do it to help out.
She
your-
was a half giant.
Oh god.
with your
I didn't
role,
want detail.
you don't think that a dryad would typically be an elemental. But you know, this tree grew up in planar energy. Maybe it's got some special properties, or maybe there's more going on there. You're really not sure. But no, typically you wouldn't think you'd think a dryad would be a fey creature.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Rin
all right.
disagrees.
Ren, I'm not sure if it's a dryad, but I suppose we'll see. This gem, which I assume Gex is now holding.
Yeah, I'm just feeling like holding your hand the whole time.
Yeah, I hold up my hand and it's just fucking empty.
He comes with you. He's so attached to your wrist.
Just he's hanging off my arm. I didn't think it was that small. This gem's got nothing to do with Dryad specifically, but maybe Roost was just wrong about it. You never know.
I don't think that's the case. He seems like a
not.
smart guy. Maybe it's just that it has to be a dryad, and the dryad's an elemental too.
It
wouldn't make sense for the story if it wasn't.
You
Story
might be
with
right
the apples.
about that story, but
Listen, Arthanos, as far as I'm concerned, you either have to fuck the guy in that cabin or fuck this tree lady. And I really need you to pay. I'm sorry. Rin wouldn't say that.
I figured that was a little out of character.
Yeah. If you say so.
Yeah, I need to make sure Ren's not like under a compulsion spell or something from this guy.
No,
I don't know if
that
Ren's
second
ever
thing
said the
was
word fuck.
No, Rin doesn't say fuck. Rin tells you that he only makes love. But the thing about being elbow deep in a half giant named Cheryl, that is 100% canon. The Squires are slutty. That's all I'm saying.
What happened to your one true love?
Huh? Oh, Bryn wanted to practice, so he wasn't bad the first time.
Oh my god.
And
You know
then
Yeah, it
what?
goes deep.
That's on me. I asked follow-up questions. That was on me.
One of the best lines I've ever read in a movie was, "I need to practice because I don't want to suck dick at eating pussy."
That's pretty good.
There's a letter that Ren wrote to like his sister from the Squirehood that says that exact line.
Wait a second.
Asking for advice.
Wait, okay. I'm gonna move on before that gets any more Japanese.
Yeah, quick, save us.
Whoa, Japanese. Alabama's right here, bud.
It's true. I went too far. What are you guys doing?
I wanted to talk to a mercenary to get more of a well-explained, detailed situation of what they're fighting.
You'll find that when you exit, the gentleman here that had brought you up is still there. And he looks you over and waits for you to kind of come up, make your way down to him. And he'll ask if you need anything from him.
Yeah, I was told there are mercenaries.
Yeah, they're not part of the regular guard here. They only came recently.
Could you, Oh, so the guards would know the situation too, though, right? Maybe better than the mercenaries?
Yeah, I mean, what do you need to know?
Is there a guard captain I can talk to? Are you a guard captain? You look like you could be a guard captain.
I'm not a guard captain, but maybe I might be able to help.
Oh, okay.
You just tell me what you need.
I wanted to know about the things you're fighting in more detail. And the perils of the mines. I've never been in a mine before. So is there stuff you can't do?
Yeah. You're going to want to avoid anything that's loud. Mm-hmm. Anything real loud can cause some issues in there. Anything that blasts earth...
I turn to Nova and I say, I don't think I can go in the mine.
I don't think she meant you as in loud. I think he meant more like explosions.
Explosions will definitely do it. So if you've got any black powder or anything like that, I wouldn't recommend it. He kind of thinks for a moment. The mines are pretty structurally sound unless you introduce something like that there. And you can pretty much follow the cart paths all the way to the deepest parts. Just kind of keep heading down. Deeper you go, the closer you get to where they left off at. There's some pretty murky water down there. It's probably fine to drink if you're in a bad pinch, if you get caved in or something, but like I said, try not to do that. As far as the monsters... Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say. Oh, I think my friends can make water now, so we should be fine as far as that goes.
That helps. As
I
far
shake
as
my head.
as far as the monsters, there's a lot of things that live under the earth. It seems. Kind of makes me nervous going back home and hearing sounds beneath my floorboards. But there's been all sorts of creatures, small little things of rock and earth and dust, and some creatures that I guess there's no way to describe it except they eat metal. They kind of just shatter it on sight, age it. And something big. First mercenary company that went in came back really hurt. And they said that the rocks had their own armor and weapons and were swinging away. I don't know if I believe all that, but they were hurt, and I believe that.
I'm sorry, you said on site. Shattered armor or shattered metal on site?
I don't remember exactly what I said, but what he said was, no, they can age metal and they eat it.
Have I heard of a monster like this?
Make a nature check.
Like I have, but
If that's the case, we could take scrap metal and feed it to him.
He seems to be describing rust monsters.
okay.
And he says, the thing is, not everything down there is inherently violent. But sounds like when they cross a certain point, it turns violent. He shrugs.
Tony,
So
do I know Ren's
How many
suggestion?
mercenaries have gone in there?
They sent in 4 with the first group, and then 10 with the second. Now, the second group came back intact. They were hurt, but they weren't bad off. They just kind of reached a part where their weapons weren't so useful anymore.
Interesting. Any magic users in the mercenaries?
No, ma'am.
Could you tell us about the tree, the one that was underground?
Well, it wasn't underground. It used to sit up on one of these hills, and he kind of points in a direction, just kind of like to the east.
Could
Seemed
you
to,
tell me where it was specifically?
yeah, yeah, I could show you. And he seems to think that's a better idea than giving you directions, and he just says, since you're helping the boss man, and he'll lead you there. When you arrive, I kind of tried to describe this, so like there's a series of rolling hills, and they're all kind of covered with, very tight green foliage. Like nothing really bush or tree grows in the area past that first segment where all the trees were cut down to build this place. And as you get further and further in, more and more rocks and boulders start to jut out of the earth. Until finally you get to this section that is just, I don't want to say pebbles, but it's just a rock bed as far as you can see. And there at the center, there's this large cleaved boulder. And he points it out and he says, so if you believe the tales, that boulder split just of its own accord one day. And growing out of it came a tree. And that tree was coated, all of its bark, in little pieces, little small shavings of metal. Iron, silver, gold, and other stuff. And it caused it to shine and shimmer in the light. So they called it the Gilder Root. Of course, that's one of the first things they took when they started to work on this place, because it was a tree that was basically coated in metal. And apparently that's where all the issues began.
Alright, I'm gonna climb it.
There is no tree.
Yeah, but there's an indent where the tree was, right?
Yes. Oh, climb in. I thought you said climb it, and I'm like, climb what? Yes.
Yeah, well, I want to get
So
a little.
you can
get
take a
in
look at where the tree was, and you see there is a series of semi-collapsed, almost tunnels, and you realize this is probably where the roots ran. And where they run, they seem to run into small veins of metals.
Hey, Arthenos,
I
can you identify these metal veins with, I wiggle my fingers.
Tony, can I identify the metal veins?
Did you take the second level spell Prospect?
Nope. Didn't actually know about that one.
It's not a real thing.
Oh.
You.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. There's pyrotechnics, so yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fun
that's a good
fact
point.
about identify: it affects magic-imbued objects.
Would you like
Oh,
to
yeah.
identify it?
Yeah, sure. Why not? I'll also detect magic if identify doesn't work, but
Identify will tell you that these are metal veins and that they are indeed imbued with a layer of magic. From what you've heard so far and what you were able to recount before you got here, there probably is some truth. There's probably some planar energy that comes here, and it affected this tree as it tried to grow and gave it some properties of the earth.
okay. And if I detect magic, what kind of magic is it?
Elemental.
1 second.
Alteration?
Yeah, Skyrim?
Oh,
Transmutation.
whatever. Yeah. The one I was thinking of.
Yep. Okay. Well, there's magic. I can't tell a lot else about it. It's full of magic. Or been affected by it, I suppose. Because there's nothing more specific, right, Tony? I
Unfortunately,
didn't just like fucking stroke out or something.
no, not from here. Deeper attempts to sort of divine more about this place might have to come from inside the earth than on top, above it.
Okay.
Not trying to railroad you, but
No, yeah, fair enough.
the
Yeah.
things
I just
you
wanted to
needed,
check
they
this
already
out.
removed.
Gotcha. So maybe we can find some more of these veins in the mines, and then we can use it to talk to. I'm gonna call it a dryad. I still think it's a dryad. I'm gonna say it.
Well, perhaps I'm wrong. You never know. But yes, that's a good idea. I can maybe tell a bit more about it as we go deeper too.
Can I touch one of the veins? I don't know if this is gonna work, but I'll try and project a thought into it. We're coming to save you. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na.
You touch the vein, and you try
Yep.
to project a thought. We are coming to save you. You feel the stone heat up beneath your palm. Gex, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh.
Just very suddenly, Gex, you feel the earth shift beneath you, and suddenly you're falling. But you stagger backwards a couple of steps, and you right yourself. This whole area is kind of a rock bed, so it's just rocks on top of rocks. So it's a little weird that one just kind of shifted beneath your feet like that.
Was it a big rock?
It might have been. Didn't seem like you were standing on a big rock, but maybe the rock you were standing on is on another rock. It just kind of felt like it slipped out, and suddenly you were off balance.
It's rocks all the way down.
So is there a hole where he was?
Not so much a hole, just kind of staggered back.
That's weird.
Yeah, what are you guys
Alright.
doing?
I'm guessing none of us noticed this. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I think ore veins are kind of like tree roots, which I think makes ores leaves. That's weird.
Nope. Oh, you whimsical, sweet creature.
I don't even know where to start.
Yeah. Can we, before we get started, at least take a small rest? I could really use a little bit of food and just to recover before we get into whatever we're doing next.
Yeah, if you want to sit around for a while, I was going to try and see if I could find a nut or something from the tree that they harvested. Maybe we could plant a new one. So, I was going to pick up a bunch of pebbles and then try and figure out if it was a rock or a metal tree seed.
Yeah, okay. I don't.
Yeah, okay, go fly on your own.
Yeah, just stay where I can see you. I need to recoup some of my spells and stuff. So.
Okay, stay in the shallow end.
Yeah, just stay where I can see you, or at least hear you. No, don't put that in your mouth. Don't put it in your mouth.
Yeah, so we can take a short rest here.
You can, and it passes without issue. You can get dinner from the camp. They will provide you with the mercenaries' rations. You also, some of you can have dinner with the man that invited you.
Now, just so I'm remembering correctly, did he just invite me? Like, was it only me?
He did.
Oh yeah, it was definitely pointed at you.
Only invite you.
Did only, okay.
It seemed like there was interest in you and Nova to start with, but Nova was mean to him.
I mean, I insinuated he had a problem in the bedroom. I don't know.
Right.
I mean, yeah, okay, I could see where that went wrong.
And suddenly she found herself uninvited.
Okay.
That's okay. I'm not going to end up getting et.
Just wanted to make sure, because as Arthanos was thinking about it, I'm concerned he'll be offended if I don't show up. Is that's a thing, isn't it, in proper society?
I mean, if you have a very good excuse, like, hey, we need to go tackle this thing so we can accomplish our goal.
Does he really seem like the kind to excuse some sort of insult if he thinks it's an insult? He seems a bit full of himself, doesn't he?
Yeah, but I mean, it wouldn't be an insult. We're just busy. I just don't really want you to get et. Unless you're into that, in which case, like, cool.
No.
I mean, no kink shame.
I'd rather that not be the case, personally. Keep all my parts and whatnot. I'm going to go have the dinner, but perhaps I'll, if you make a sound at some point, I'll.
You want an emergency phone call?
Yeah, exactly.
Can you call me at 9:30 exactly? And if I tell you I'm fine, it's fine. But if not, I need you to tell me that, like, my dog just got hit by a car.
All right, we're gonna. Okay. Yes, I will be your emergency phone call. How long do you want to be there before I potentially rescue you?
You know what? I'll let's do it this way. I'll make, what's the fucking range on minor illusion? Hold on. Thinking is hard.
I think 30 or 60, right?
30 feet. Now, Tony, you said that it'd be reasonable to say that there's 30 feet, or the outside of the house is within 30 feet, right?
Sure.
From the dinner table that we saw, or banquet table.
Sure.
Okay. If I make a noise, a loud noise, or better yet, if the cat comes to get you, assume I need help.
Got it. Cat comes to get me. Play with it first, and then come help.
Right, or maybe the help part first, because it, might be urgent. But
you need to encourage the cat's behavior by immediately rewarding it.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, feed it or something.
It's okay, Arthur. Sorry, I'm fucking with you. It's okay. If the cat comes, I will come get you. I will think of some kind of emergency that will not be insulting to him, but get you out of there before, you lose any body parts or blood.
Right, very kind of you to fuck with me immediately after convincing me I'm going to be eaten. Thank you. Yes, so kind. But yeah, and then I'm gonna turn and head to
Go to dinner?
I assume he's having dinner at this time, and he's not gonna wait until like 9 p.m. so that we have.
Just make sure to wear your robe so you have some protection.
That's what I'm wearing right now.
Right, don't take them off no matter what he says.
Why would I do that?
I don't know. It's just good luck.
All right, thanks. Just like rushing away because this is very strange.
Yeah.
He grew up around dwarves. He hasn't. Yeah. Anyway, go ahead.
Dwarfs fuck. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but like Tony. So answer this question for me: are the female dwarves in Dragonlance bearded?
They're not. They should be.
It's a thing in some settings and not others. I know. So figured I'd ask.
Don't know canonically. I'm gonna say no.
Okay. Still a dwarf. Arthano's not really into that all that much. So I'm still like grew up around dwarves anyway. So I'm saying he had just very little experience with women. So he's very uncomfortable with these insinuations. But like he's helped a goat out. It's a farm, man.
Okay. I just feel like maybe you don't have to advertise everything, right? Like there's a difference between being an open book and like a car with the stereo up too loud that's driving by and doing circles around the block. You go to dinner. Gex. As Arthanos leaves for dinner, your companion says, "There's something not right here. I don't think he's human. And I definitely don't trust him."
Arthanos? Scratch my head.
No. That man. There's something about him. I don't think he belongs here.
Well, let's go check it out. I'm gonna smile and kind of like sneak off after Arthanos. Shadow him.
The voice kind of trails behind you as you get some distance. He says, "I don't think these mines are his." And kind of fades into silence as you sneak off after Arthanos. Arthanos, you...
Before I go in, I want to cast Detect Magic as a ritual.
You can do so.
All right. And then, yep. Then I'm headed.
You head inside. When you do, you're greeted to the image much as it was before, except now there are additional plates of food, very nice food that is much nicer than should be easily available in this area. Things looks like honeyed ham, fresh out of the oven, still steaming, and various fruits, vegetables, things that require a lot of preparation and time. You haven't really seen facilities around to do this sort of pristine cooking. This is a bit much. And as these plates keep coming out, the only person there sitting is Rustamane. He smiles at your approach And he will say, "I've decided to join me for dinner after all."
Right, I thought it would be rude to turn down your invitation.
No, it would not be rude, but I would be disappointed. And he'll
Well-
gesture for you to take a seat towards the head of the table, which he will sit down at as well.
Oh god, he's sitting next to me, not at the other end of the banquet table.
No, he's sitting next to you, yeah.
Fuck. Does any of the food appear to be magical?
Whew. Yes.
Uh-oh.
In fact, most of it does.
What kind of magic? Is it conjuration, like it's just been conjured?
It is conjuration.
Okay.
And as you sit down, immediately the servants will start to put plates in front of you. And
Okay.
they put plates in front of him as well, but he's watching you, kind of waiting for you to enjoy. And if you take too long, he'll say, "Please try the wine."
Please try the wine?
Yes.
Fucking trying to ply me with alcohol. My cat is going to smell everything.
Your cat is able to identify poisons, but does not find any here.
Okay. That's good, at least. Something. Oh. I
Is
don't
your
know this.
detect magic just going all like for 10 minutes?
Yeah, it lasts for 10 minutes.
So do you? Since I took presumably the gem, do you notice the gem's like signature behind you?
Detect magic doesn't reveal anything that's invisible, so he will have to see you. But
Yeah, I think
you
it's only
do
my sight,
cast
too.
detect magic coming from a scimitar at his side, and it
Okay.
is potent. It is a very powerful aura. You also detect a powerful aura of magic coming from him. And you
Okay.
think he might be masked in an illusion of some kind.
Alright, what kind of magic is the sword, or does it? It doesn't matter, I'm guessing.
Let's say evocation, but not super relevant right now. So that
Yeah,
might
okay.
change later.
And he's illusion?
Yes.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'll, oh, Christ. I'll have a sip of the wine.
It is decadent. The best way I can describe it is it tastes expensive and very good.
Okay. Oh, this is very kind of you. This is very generous. This is the best wine I've had. Also the only wine, so yeah, get fucked. It's not a lie.
It is the only... It's too easy to go Russian if I let it.
Yeah,
It is the
you have
only...
to stick to that Jamaican.
It is the only wine you will find of this type here. It does not exist elsewhere.
Oh, what type is it?
It comes from a very powerful purification. Removes the impurities that cause the unpleasantness of drinking too much. No hangovers.
Well, that sounds
Superior
convenient.
taste.
very, very convenient. Then I'll try some of the other food or what have you. And,
It's incredible. And after watching you eat for a minute and really like asking you how everything tastes, how you're enjoying it, he seems really distracted by your experience with it. He'll finally start to dig in himself.
okay.
And with everything you eat, he talks about the story of it, where it came from, and you begin to find a lot of stuff he describes, not with a lot of detail, but it just doesn't come from here.
Okay. And does it seem like he's lying at all?
Make an insight. Hard to say with him. Like, he's definitely playing up the story.
Okay. He just wants people to think more of him or something. I have to admit, I'm a bit confused as to why you invited me and not anybody else to dinner here.
He kind of furrows his brow a bit, and he says, "I would have thought that the implication was quite clear."
No, I'm sorry. It seems to have escaped me.
Then let me be very direct. And he will, if you will let him, he will reach his hand out to over yours at the table. And he says, "I find you very charming."
8 charisma, by the way.
So just freeze up.
Yeah, no, it's gonna start stammering like I did not pick up on that. It's very flattering. I'm reaching for some way to fucking turn him down. Again, very flattering, but you've the time limit on that the errand you had us running is quite imperative. We take care of it now. So
Marisa, and one of the women in the room will appear beside him, and he says, "Marisa has been in my employ for almost 2 years now."
Is she magic? Has it been more than 10 minutes? I don't know.
She is not, that you can tell.
Okay.
And,
But her fingers are.
And he says, "Marisa, what did you buy with the wages you have earned from me?" And she says, "This past summer I purchased a home for my parents to retire in. The spring before that I purchased a home for myself. And tell me, how do you and your parents live?" "Wealthy." And he gestures for another servant to come up, and they also tell stories about what they own and what they have. This one seems to have bought a farmstead, like an entire farmstead, and hired people to work it for them. And he'll even ask the two men what they've done, and they talk about the riches that they've acquired since they've started serving him. And he says, "It is very important to me that those that serve me are well rewarded. I do not just want someone that caters to my needs, though they are vast and immense. I want someone to spoil." And he says, "It seems you have some hesitation. If you do not want to be spoiled by me, I understand. Know only that you are making the wrong decision."
Oh, it's uncomfortable.
I'm seduced. I don't know about you.
I feel like he's trying to buy me.
I mean,
It's
yes,
kind of
he
hot,
can.
right?
Make an insight check.
Being objectified isn't always bad.
Like that's not the part that I have a problem with.
It's been 84 years.
An insight check. He's not putting it all out there in words, and you think that's kind of keeps like some mystery or some romanticism to it. He wants you to be his servant.
He's pretty womaning you.
And he's telling you that if you decide to become his servant, that you will want for nothing and you'll be well rewarded for your time. And obviously, he's implying that he has desires to use you in specific ways. But he's trying to make you want that rather than just contractually put it out there.
Yeah. I mean, it's a lot of money, it seems to be.
Maybe he'll even put your tresem in a little turban.
Is that something I want?
Yeah, yes? Are you
Cat's gonna
fucking
get full of
kidding me?
itself?
Little
mean, like,
turban
yeah.
for your cat? Hell yeah.
It'd be unique. I'm sorry. Perhaps I don't really understand what you're asking of me. What exactly? How exactly do you? Are you asking me to serve you?
For 10 years, a blink of an eye in the time of an elf.
How many years? Sorry, you cut out a little bit.
10 years.
10 years.
Be mine. Mine to love and to hold. Serve me, and I will ensure you retire very young in life. What say you?
Jesus Christ. 10 years. I mean,
Yeah, then he
He's
kills
right,
you.
though. That's nothing for you.
yeah, but the question is, am I going to be alive at the end of it? Like Yami just says.
You'll retire very early
Yeah.
to the afterlife.
Like, I don't know, Tony, I wasn't expecting you to try to kill me off this quickly. Again,
Yeah,
like,
what you really got to decide is, are you ready to retire Arthanos and start your new character or not?
I'm not trying to
Nova
kill you.
do?
I'm trying to seduce you.
Would Nova be into this? Would she just be like, all right, yeah, bet?
So listen,
Or is
if
she
Nova
too- is she
hadn't
too
been
prideful?
if Nova hadn't been such a brat, like you'd both be there right now.
Well, doesn't her being a brat make it kind of more fun, though?
because
Yeah, it was a
depends on the,
50-50 on whether he would get turned on
Right,
or
no,
like
like-
insulted.
He's got Big Daddy Dom energy, right? Like he's not going for it.
He doesn't like the chase? It seems like he likes the chase.
No, he's not a sub though. Like he likes being in control.
No, but like
He-
sometimes
yeah, he doesn't want a
wanna
brat. He
slap
wants
it
a
out of him.
submissive.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm saying
brats
like
are
sometimes he
submissives,
would
that's
want
the
to slap
thing.
it out of him, sort of thing. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
He's waiting here for an answer.
Oh, I thought Austin was going to say something.
Oh, good.
What? Oh, no, nothing that mattered.
Okay. Well, again, you're very, very generous, but can I have some time to think about it? I do have that task you asked me and my patriots to do.
He stands up from the table with his hand that's kind of been like covering yours for the past couple of minutes. Just
Yep.
brings it up to his lips and kisses the back of it and says,
Oh. Jesus Christ.
"You'll
Go ahead.
take
Ha!
the time you need. Know that I will be waiting and wanting." And,
Okay. Good to know.
and he will turn his back and head towards the other rooms in his home. Gex,
Uh-oh.
what were you doing? You saw
Well, I mean-
Arthanos go into the home.
Are there windows?
In fact, there are. It's one of the only buildings that has outright paned glass.
Yeah, I would have definitely been watching that.
Make a stealth check.
Oh, lordy.
No, that's the thing. He wants people to watch.
God!
Why else would he put windows in?
You see at the table, after they've been sitting for a little while, Arthanos eating, and then finally him joining him. Nothing seems to happen. Conversation seems a little bit one-sided. And then finally he takes Arthanos' hand and starts to speak to him very, very closely. And during this conversation, Arthanos looks a little flustered and kind of takes a big sip of wine. And during that time, you see this man's eyes cast up from him to you in the window. And he says nothing as he resumes his conversation.
Oh, great. But he still leaves normally, yeah?
Yeah, and if you don't do anything else to change that, then after a couple more minutes of speaking, he will kiss the back of Arthanos' hand and make his way to the back rooms of his home.
I would just sleek off back into the shadows, or I think.
Yeah.
And wait for Arthanos and kind of just shadow him again.
Everyone else is finishing up their meals, and Arthanos, you too, can finish up your meal and exit.
Yep, probably just gonna exit without finishing it, to be honest.
I admit I was kind of hoping you'd send your familiar so I could like forget what was happening and play with her and just like that. Oh shit! Oh fuck! Right.
I mean, you may not eat your meal, but there's certainly a snack in the back room now.
Yeah.
God.
I think I got a date like that once.
With that
By
line?
offering her
Very
all the money
no,
in the world?
it was very similar to that line. It was like, listen, I'm over. She said something like, "Listen, I'm over here, and like, I ain't got nothing to eat today," and I was like, I mean, it makes sense. It said something. It was much more charismatic than I'm remembering, but the gist of it was like, I mean, of course, like you're an absolute snack over there. And like I just threw it out as a joke, but she responded well to it, and then it's like it escalated.
Okay. The way that she said, "I ain't got nothing to eat over here," that seems like a lead-in for that. I feel like you were throwing a fishing line.
I don't remember exactly how it went down, but like that was the punchline that nailed it. Was like, of course, because you're like an absolute snack. It worked. The dog liked it.
Yes, Monster was very interested. You said the word snack and food, and he was very, very interested.
So, anybody else doing anything? Or are you guys getting ready for the mines?
The mine. They got a pickaxe I can, like, borrow?
You will be able to procure those.
Great. I figured
That
if we're
situation-
fighting sentient rocks, pickaxes might be useful.
Yeah, could be. That situation was so uncomfortable. I forgot to ask him when tomorrow the deadline is, and like if it's the end of the day or the start. Was definitely gonna do that. Oh well.
The implication was that he's going to go with the other group tomorrow. Nobody really inquired, but I'll tell you what you can find out from asking around. The Dragon Army has had representatives here, and he promised that if they took care of this problem, that he would give them the contract. So you arrived, and it's a day or two before they're supposed to be here.
Okay.
So he's giving you the chance to solve it sooner.
So it's just as soon as they get here, whenever that might.
Yeah.
As soon as they do the thing we're trying to do.
Well, yeah. Okay.
So we
Well-
could just ambush them in the mines forever.
Just forever. They'll just keep sending people infinitely.
Yeah, that's how we defend the Dragon Army, is one goblin at a time in this very specific mine.
Because they need this mine and this mine only. We just have to team up with the Guardian
Yeah,
Spirit.
they need the metal... I'm still saying it's a metal dryad. I don't know what the fuck it is, but that's my head canon.
She might be pretty metal. Who knows?
That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping she's like an inversed Iron Maiden.
Just spikes all on the outside.
Yeah, like the tree was described, like a
It's got-
metal, like scale mail, but made of different, like little tiny metal flecks.
Wearing like big spiky boots and shit.
Fuck yeah. Oh, you know that thing that knights have sometimes, where they have the little hair tie on the top of their head, and it's like a really long ponytail, like on the helmets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope she has one of those. Yeah.
Like,
I think I'd be happy if she just showed up with like an Iron Maiden t-shirt. Just call it a day.
yeah, in reality, it's just a dryad that's really tired of doing shit, and like her hair's all messy and shit. It looks like she just got up and she's just wearing an Iron Maiden t-shirt.
Okay, we
Just
don't
like-
need to get that specific into my preferences. I
Yeah, we
mean,
don't need to.
can-
It doesn't need to be that sexy.
Just saying, there's a shut-in dryad.
Tony, are you feeling called out?
A little bit,
What?
yeah.
What do you mean?
Okay.
So, with no one else doing anything, I think we're going to call the session there. We will pick this up with a full party as you descend into the mines of elemental evil or something. I don't know.
Oh, I just want to check. I didn't find any weird metal seeds, right?
No, unfortunately you did not. And
So I
in
figured.
fact, everyone's kind of a little uncertain what happened to the tree. Like, from what you'll hear is that when they took it out and took it down, they could hear a screaming of a feminine voice. But it just reverberated through all of their minds, through everything. It just seemed to pierce them. And when it stopped, the earth shook and rumbled, and then finally creatures started to emerge. And all of them had a generic subterranean feel to them. So these seemed to be creatures that live deeper into the earth, but they started surfacing, attacking the colonists. It just made a mess of everything as they tried to proceed forward.
Okay. I think what you're thinking of is the Sunless Citadel, by the way? It's the Mines of Elemental Evil. Is it the Sunless Citadel?
I think there's a Temple of Elemental Evil.
Yeah.
There is a Mines one that I'm trying to remember, and
The
I know
Mines of Phandelver?
not the Mines of Phandelver. I know that Penny Arcade played it, and it's a player killer dungeon. Like, it's meant to kill everyone.
Oh.
Like, the first thing is, like, there's an outhouse outside the mine, and, like, if you investigate the outhouse for more than, like, 1d4 rounds, like, a purple worm eats your ass. Like, just eats the whole outhouse with you inside of it.
The fuck?
Yeah.
Is
Just,
it Mine All Mine?
no, I have to look for it. But if I find it, I'll throw some of it in here. We'll have a good time.
Oh boy.
But yeah, that's that. So thanks for playing. Hope everyone had a good time. See you next week for the rest of the dungeon.
The big sleep.
I'll make sure to bring a cord home with me. Sorry, guys.
No worries.
It's okay. It didn't really seem to be much of an issue, to be honest.
Yeah, it actually happened at a good time.
Yeah, no, it was perfect. We just had to,
Make sure to take
Endure.
Blake home.
Now, there's a 90% chance that Blake won't listen this far into the episode, but does anybody want to leave him with, like, some messages? Like,
He listens while he paints, so he actually listens to all of it.
he paints? Like,
Well,
paint?
miniatures.
Oh, okay. That's right.
Yeah.
He likes Warhammer and stuff, too, right?
Yeah, he likes Warhammer, and we're starting an in-person D&D game, and so we have a 3D printer, so he's been doing terrain and stuff like that, too. So, but yeah, so he will absolutely listen the whole way through.
So then in that case, my message to him will be, hey, Blake, really take your time with that figure. I heard your mom went out with Scrooge! Did it.
Space Marines suck.
Space Marines suck.
Well, yeah, is it 40k or is it just Warhammer Fantasy?
Wait, something white thirst. Haha, funny meme.
Hey kid, what's going on?
All right, thanks, Tony. I'm out, guys.
Scoodle bop. Everyone have a good night.
Yeah.